Checking, 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 checking,
I'm
checking.
sorry, I don't know if I can do this. Triple Link started live streaming.
It's already over from now. Are we
I
up?
might have
Are
to
we
watch
live?
it. I think so, yeah.
This is always the time you gotta wait and then figure it
Oh,
out.
already 4 likes.
Sweet. Before it even
Oh,
started.
no, that's
All right.
that's all my account, bro.
We're good. We're up. All right, guys, we are live. This is Team Top 5 Live back in the house. What is this?
Hey.
Live stream number 10, 12, 20? I've lost count by now.
There's so many live streams.
Yes, but we're having a great time. We are down to the 3 Musketeers right now, but hopefully, if everything goes right, we should have all 5 of Team Top 5 in the house at one time. That's going to be crazy. So for anybody, let's wait for some people to start filing in, but let's make some introductions. This is, when we introduce ourselves, Timmy, why don't you go first?
All right, guys. Hey, I'm Timmy from channel Matching Scent, and my scent of the day, we're going to say scent of the day too. My scent of the day is a Little Home Sport O Extreme. Wow, one of my favorite designers. It smells amazing. Great for every day. Yeah,
sweet.
That's me.
Right, and who is this crazy Brit over in the corner there?
I'm George the Fragrance Apprentice. Me and Bradley have never met before.
No, first time.
No. I'm George the Fragrance Apprentice. I'm known as the adult swim of the fragrance community. And and my scent of the day is Angel Men Pure Malt, keeping it old school, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah,
Pure malt. Okay, did not expect that one.
Nice.
Right. And I'm Bradley from the channel Triple Inc., which the channel you're on right now. Thanks for stopping by for this live stream. My scent today is a recent pickup of mine. It's going to be you or someone like you from Etat Libre d'Orange. Picked this bad boy up when I went up to DC, and I've been loving it. It's like a mojito, sort of a minty scent. It's so beautiful. Worked great for the hot weather today. And hopefully we should have Gents Scents Ashton stopping by soon. I think he will be joining the stream in a little bit. And of course, Manny from Cascade Scents, as always. So we could have 5 people potentially at once in one live stream. Would be crazy.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody who's filing in right now? We got a really good lineup for you guys today. We're going to be, of course, going over some new releases. We're going to have maybe some question and answer sprinkled in when things get slow or something. And then we will have our little favorites series. So it's a little series we put together. We're going to be sharing our favorites type of scent from each different genre, which you will see about in a little bit. Of course, our classic hot or not, and then our our live question and answer at the end. And I've linked everybody's information from all the channels down in the description below. So of course, check everything out and support everybody. The support we've been getting has been great so far. So that was a lot. Cool.
What a natural.
Sweet. So how's everybody's day been going? First of all, I don't know. It's been going good for me here. Kind of cheesy way to start off, but
the weather's nice.
Yeah, for you, probably 100 degrees, no doubt about it.
100 degrees. Oh man, yeah. My day's been going pretty good here too. Been chilling on a Sunday, so
cool.
I have a lot of videos backed up to do.
Yeah. George, you've been going good too.
I've been at work, and so that's been fun. I've been doing been shooting videos and stuff like that. I've been trying to wear Paco Rabanne's Pure Excess, but it does only last for 20 minutes. But but yeah, more to come on that. And my friend Helio King, if you think that Lex Dillis is Adult Swim, like he is, but I'm definitely in the Adult Swim category as well. I think, but we both came at the same time, me and Lex, and we're crazy. It's weird, these crazy British people
over the pond. Yeah,
I know.
Sweet. All right, awesome. So with that, let's kind of segue in to some new releases that have been coming out. You know, we have all these new fragrances that have just sort of dropped. YSL Y has been blowing up, a lot of reviews on that one already, but we're gonna need some help with this one because we've been trying to dig through and find a couple. I mean, we have a couple of these new fragrances that just dropped that we haven't talked about yet. But of course, if you all have anything in the comments to say about any new scents that you want us to talk about or look into, please drop that down below. But I think the House of Replica, I can never pronounce the first couple words. Maison Margiela. I don't know.
Maison Margiela.
Margiela, okay. Yes,
Yep.
and looks like they just dropped 2 new ones called Wicked Love and Music Festival. So
Wicked Love, Wicked Love.
pretty interesting names. Looking at Fragrantica, and let's start off with Wicked Love.
Yep.
Let's see, Wicked Love.
It's like rose, jasmine, lots of floral notes, and it also has green pepper. I don't think I've ever smelled a fragrance that has green pepper in it before.
Yep.
So that sounds really interesting. Are you guys a fan of the house at all, or is this one interesting you?
I like 3 of their fragrances. I like I love By the Fireplace. That is such a good thing they've done. Jazz Club is a standout one. In fact, I think that's going to be one of my summer night out fragrances that I'm doing on the channel. And At the Barber's is really, really good. But they're weird because like they have these 3 solid ones, and then all of the rest of them just miss the mark. And I'm totally cool with like fragrances trying to replicate places that. Well, Tim, what's going on? Tim, you're
the rest of them just missed the mark. How could you say that, George? No, I'm kidding.
Tim, the truth hurts doesn't make it any less true. Yeah, like Beach Walk. I mean, I don't know if a beach was just a load of synthetic florals, then fine, that's a beach walk. But it's
dang roasted. Yeah, I smelled that one too, and you're right. It didn't really remind me of beach. Just kind of like suntan lotion that had been left out too long. If that makes sense. Yeah. Cool.
All right. For my favorite from the replica line has to be, and this one, like I never thought that I would end up liking. And it's called Dancing on the Moon. When I first smell it, it just smells like a dusty white floral to me. But when when my girlfriend wore it, because she liked it, she wore it, and then we went to see a show in Las Vegas, and the whole time we were sitting there, she smelled amazing. I was like, man, I need to get her this fragrance. So Dancing on the Moon is definitely my all-time favorite from that house so far. Jazz Club is great.
Yeah.
Too. But this one, this one looks really weird, like a green pepper, this and that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Top note of green pepper.
Yeah, and like the thing is the name, Wicked Love. You know, usually with their names, they're trying to be spot on. Like Jazz Club takes you to a jazz club. Beach Walk's supposed to take you to a beach walk. So
it's supposed to remind you of like a bad relationship that was sort of spicy and sexy, but you still hate it at the same time.
Bad for you, yeah. So maybe it's gonna have like a good aspect, like the rose, you know, would be like all the good things you remember, but maybe it's underpinned by like green pepper and these other weird notes. So it could be interesting. Like
it was a beautiful relationship, but she was a really weird cook.
She used too much green pepper.
Yeah, and that's why I had to break up.
Yeah. So this one could be really interesting. I'm not sure if Sephora is going to carry it, but yeah, I mean, if Sephora has it, and if it's easy to get, then definitely.
Yeah, I think eventually Nordstrom usually carries the whole line too. So eventually, I think Nordstrom's going to pick those up.
Yeah. Sweet.
Right.
Nice. And next one is going to be called Music Festival. Now, this one looked pretty darn interesting, if you ask me. What do you guys think about Music Festival? I'm going to take a look at the notes real quick.
I don't know, man. I mean, that could be smelling of marijuana, vomit, and LSD trips.
Yeah. Yeah. What kind of music festivals do you go to? I mean, that's pretty much what they all. Yeah.
What's up? Like, what if it's like freaking Creamfields and it's like proper techno blasting Skrillex? You could do a whole line on music festivals.
Dude, I'm excited for it. Just the name of it, you know. Like, I'm not even gonna think too much about the notes. Like, I think it's gonna smell great. If it smells anything like a fun music festival, I'm down. And actually, if I get a sample of that, I'm gonna wear it to a music festival to see if I like it.
Ooh.
Yeah, living here in Vegas definitely has that kind of perks. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah. So like it has cannabis, tobacco, patchouli. Those are the big 3 hitters. So I'm expecting some kind of, you know.
How do they know?
Yeah, right.
It's not out yet, is it?
Oh yeah, it's already got.
It apparently is an enormous projector too, and very long lasting.
Yeah, but like Creed's Viking is like one of the worst rated fragrances on Fragrantica. It hasn't even been released yet.
I know. I swear it's like robots on. I know every time. Yeah,
Just Chanel and Dior just clicking it down.
probably.
These trolls.
Yeah, yeah. So this music festival looks pretty interesting. Again, this one could be very polarizing. It has Apple in there too, but it's like the least smoke.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I love the note of Apple though.
so this one again could be interesting. Interesting little pair of duo coming out from Maison Martin Margiela.
Yeah.
Yep, said it right that time. Cool.
Okay.
And then not a whole lot of other new releases dropped over this past week. We were trying to check out.
Wait. Okay. In fact, hang on. I want to double check this because we've got something really recent that I just want to drop everyone with. It's a fragrance house called Wydian. Right. It's an Arabian house. Tim, there's one you are going to absolutely adore. Right, because it smells like pure malt mixed in with Fève de Licieux, mixed in with vetiver.
Wow.
Right, it's
Uzi gourmand.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've never smelled anything like it, and it's really, really awesome. So there's a new niche house that you should all go after. It's Wydian. I'll type it in the chat real quick.
Is it even available where we are? That's a big question.
Hang on a second. Let me see if I can do some research because it's at the stores where I am now. Fragrance, yeah, it's from Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's the Velvet collection that's been the recent thing, and it's called I think it's Lua, or I can't remember whether it's Lua or Delma, but they're really recent, and they are absolutely stunning, stunning. So there's a new niche recent release.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll have to check those ones out. If they get samples, hopefully they'll set up, just have samples for us to try. But yeah, that sounds really awesome. Yeah. Anybody else? All you guys watching, comments, let us know if there are any new fragrances just came out you want us to talk about. Tim, you're going on an adventure there. What's up?
Vlog style live stream.
Hey.
We just all walk around with our computers.
Oh God, I do not want to see the other side of where I'm at right now. It's pretty bad.
I'm gonna do an impromptu location shoot. No.
Yeah. Right. Nice. Sweet. Okay. Also, I'm not sure if this is like new, but it's going to be Bulgari Man in Black Essence. It just came up on Fragrantica and it's new for 2017. Not sure if it was last week, but if you guys check out this bottle, it looks like something that what's the name? I watched an entire presentation on him. Graffiti artist, sort of, New York. That starts with a B. Basquiat.
All right.
Basquiat. Yeah, it almost looks like he designed that bottle almost. But
really,
yeah, it has.
Oh, that looks sick. Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys check out the bottle, I always like the original.
Bulgari?
Yeah, the OG.
Spicy rum fragrance that has a base of Oriental notes. Sounds nice, actually. It sounds like a nice winter fragrance. Looking at the notes now, it looks. Oh man, it doesn't have amber, does it?
No.
If it did have amber, it would have reminded me of like something of Mitza, but it doesn't have amber.
Yeah, it said it has resin, which is close, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, close.
Yeah, that looks really interesting. Did you guys like the original Bulgari Man in Black at all, or were you a big fan of the original?
It was like a upper class spice bomb.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which was cool. Oh yeah, that looks really cool. Black Essence. I mean, I'm
still better than.
I got my little tiny bottle of spice. That's a little tiny one.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey, spice. I've started to appreciate Spice Bomb a little bit more, but it's just like I still am convinced that I'm just throwing cinnamon on myself for no good reason.
For no good reason. Ooh.
Yeah. For no good reason. But so
Girls
Bulgari
like
Manic.
Cinnamon, George.
Yeah. Is it going to make the Fragrance Apprentice fall list this year? Maybe. No. Ooh.
Maybe. You gotta live up to your last.
If I put it in my list, are you gonna put it in your list, Brad?
Oh, a little bit. Well, it's probably already gonna be in my list anyway. But
Brad, we're gonna have to have a full list. I think we're gonna have to have like a location shoot full list dance off.
Oh, dance off.
Year. Yeah, we're gonna or something like that. I don't know. We're gonna have to listen.
I shared that video.
You're already doing your location shoot, so I'm gonna have to like try and up my game with the full list this year. But I've got something. But I don't know if it's gonna be making my my full list.
Okay.
I don't know.
Hold up.
You know.
So this one definitely looks pretty interesting. I'm gonna see if maybe it'll be in store. This is a lot. I mean, they've had a lot of flankers of this one too. So
which one? Bulgari Man.
Yeah, of Man in Black. Yeah. Oh yeah, technically, yeah. Bulgari Man is the original, isn't it? And then they had Extreme, which you liked a lot.
I like a lot, yeah.
And they had the Man in Black, and then they have all kinds of Man in Black spin-offs.
Yeah.
And really, I mean, Bulgari only has. I mean, they have their T line, I guess. They have the Bulgari Man line, and they have the Aqua line.
Yeah.
What if they? I mean, I could see them coming out with maybe like an upper end niche line since so many of these companies these days. Burberry did it. You know, a lot of companies are stepping up and making their own. We're still waiting on Versace to do it, of course.
I think that the Bulgari Man line is absolutely like through and through very solid and has something for everybody. It's kind of like it's not at the heights of like Chanel's Allure line or Dior's Homme line, but it's definitely like
Bulgari actually already has an exclusive line, just not available anywhere near us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the UAE. I remember seeing it on one of Peter Fragrance View's vlog.
Shout outs to him.
Shout outs to him. Yeah, there's already an exclusive line for Bulgari. It's just not available to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I think Daniel Gallagher just commented Oud Wood Intense, because I was researching that a little bit. And maybe they're going to be coming out with a tobacco oud / Oud Wood Intense. I heard that there may be North.
They might actually add actual oud.
Right? That would ruin it for me, to be honest.
It would. I like how light it is. I actually have it right here, surprisingly.
Are they doing what?
Yeah, I love it. Oud
Wood.
An Oud Wood Intense.
Yeah, supposedly, and of course, tobacco oud intense, which I know you're a big fan of as well, George. How would you feel about that? Is Tom Ford making a mistake? Ooh.
I don't know. Tom Ford, like, they did. Have you smelled? Oh, in fact, here's a new release that we aren't talking about. The brand new Noir. Or is that not a new release?
Noir. Oh yeah, the Noir Anthracite, right?
Yeah,
I think we already talked about that. No.
Yeah.
All
right. Well, my opinion.
Past live streams.
All right. Well, sorry, I'm out of the loop here, gents. I like to call that one Angel Men Pure Concrete, actually.
Pure concrete.
It's just concrete. Yeah, I don't know. Tom Ford, if they were to do Oud Wood Intense, I think it would sell. But like, what? I wouldn't get it really. Oud Wood's fine.
Yeah, that's what I say. Oud Wood's on itself. That's what makes it so good. Is it's an actual wearable good oud. I mean, if they ramped it up too much, I think that would kind of ruin it and make it almost unwearable.
They make it last. If they just make it last longer, smells the same but lasts longer, I'd take that.
Yeah.
Have you guys smelt the new Oud Mid Satin Extrait?
Ooh.
Oud Satin Mood Extrait? No. But I love the original Satin Mood.
They've ruined it.
But how much stronger do they want?
They've ruined it. It's bloody awful.
What they do to it?
I can't. I'm gonna have to try and calm myself very quickly because I understand that this is probably gonna have to be a PG kind of stream.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ! All right, Timmy. I swear to God, don't eat on the stream. You don't eat on the stream. I won't swear on the stream.
Chocolates?
What are those?
Ah, nice.
Yeah, but yeah, Oud Mood Satin is kind of like getting the Mona Lisa, throwing it on the floor, stamping on it,
God,
hitting on it, and then pleasuring yourself on it.
Oh my God.
It's bloody awful. Absolutely bloody. No, it's awful. It smells disgusting. It smells.
I have nightmares tonight. That image.
No, it is absolutely. I smelt it, right, and I thought, what is this? Why have you, Francis, mate? Francis, don't make me go to town. Francis, don't make me go to town on you.
Oof.
I've had to go to town on freaking Pineapple Express and all those guys. It's like freaking. No, it's really bad. They've ruined Oud Satin Mood with the Extrait. Just stick with the original.
Wow. And has anybody tried the new 540 Baccarat Rouge Extrait? Did they ruin that too? Because I haven't gotten a chance to smell the Extrait.
Yeah, I've smelled that.
I tried it.
Good.
Pointless.
Pointless. Yeah, I mean,
to me, if you already own the original, you don't need the X-Ray. But if you don't own the original, buy the X-Ray because it lasts tremendously longer.
Yeah.
At least on my skin. Like I wore it in the evening time, woke up in the morning still there, and I took a shower before I went to bed. So it is potent. So if you don't have the original already, get the X-Ray. But if you already have the original, no bother, don't bother with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, I was gonna say, and that's pretty much. I mean, it's been a little bit of a lull. I'm still waiting for. I feel like there's got to be one big release coming out in 2017 that we just have no idea about yet. You know, like I feel like
I know what it is.
You do?
Apprentice Intense.
Oh, Viking, I guess, is going to be the big release, but
Apprentice Au Fresh.
Oh god,
that's called Pineapple Vintage Intense.
Yeah.
No dark notes on it whatsoever.
Do you want me to throw it in the bathwater again?
Oh my god, not this again.
No. I have heard a big rumor that Chanel are releasing a brand new men's fragrance.
Ooh. Because
it's about freaking time.
Yeah,
I know.
They probably
not a flanker, an original.
An original, because they've been getting kind of killed on sales from Dior. I would have to imagine.
Yeah, easily.
Eau de Chanel can only sell so much, I guess.
What happened was when they did when now that Aventus and Sauvage, they just kind of went, forget the fragrance. We'll just do our makeup stuff.
Right.
And that's honestly, that's kind of what the mentality I've heard has been. Just like, oh well, we'll just do our makeup stuff for now. So
that'll be a big release, and then of course Viking, when it comes out, if it comes out, which it will, that's going to be a big one. Very anticipated release. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Cool. So unless there are any other new releases we could talk about, I would say maybe we could do a quick, 5-10 minutes of a little bit of live question and answer, see if we got any questions, and then we can go into our little section of our fragrance favorites. Like I'm going to list 5 different categories of scents, and we're going to give our favorite from that little genre. But before we get to that, let's go through some questions. You guys have any questions? We'll answer them here for about 10
minutes. Let's have some questions, please.
Questions. YouTube sorcerer.
Oh. That's the Daniel Gallagher in the house.
Yep.
Where is Ashton's wife? I can't answer that.
Which
bear is
best?
I think Grizzly.
Which bear?
Grizzly's a really good one.
You're talking about bear or beer? Which one?
Yeah, a bear or beer.
You could have missed a bit of type of bear. Okay. Thoughts on Parfums de Marley Layton?
Favorite Nossamaros.
Well, yeah, you can go with the Nossamaros, because that one's been asked a little while ago too.
Nossamato, great. Pardon, great. Duro, great.
Yeah.
Black Afghano, really up to your taste.
Yep. Yeah. Oh man, I thought
the other one's pretty forgettable. Narcotic V is really good from Nossamato for women. Love it on my girlfriend.
Yep.
I never tried Nuda. There's Nuda that's not available in the US. I never tried it.
Yeah. I kind of agree with mostly. I don't really get Black Afghano. Like I've started to respect it and appreciate it a bit more. But I get wet bread. I get really weird wet bread.
I can't wear it. I don't like it myself. Black Afghano.
Yeah.
I love Pardon. I love Duro, and I actually really like Absinthe because it reminds me of peppercorn.
Forgot about that one. That's really good too.
It's like peppercorn sauce on a really well cooked steak. I love it. I love that one so much. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Smells like the X Project. You know that movie? The Crazy Party movie? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. God. Okay. For me, probably Pardon is like one of the only ones I've gotten to try from the house. I haven't tried a whole lot from them. So,
First
maybe
impressions video right there.
Yeah. Boom. I mean, there's so much I got to do. So
Bradley got to get into more like winter niche, and I need to get into more fresh niche. Yeah, we're trading ways.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yep. I need to get back into the designer. I'm too far niche.
too deep into the niche hole. Let's see.
Yeah.
The other okay, Dylan Blue versus Atlantique. That's a close one.
Let me just reply. Which is better? Fragrance Apprentice, I just subscribed today. Don't know how I missed you. A lot of people miss me. It's fine. I don't take offense. I'm really bad at self-promoting. Really bad at self-promoting. But I appreciate that. That's very nice of you.
Nice.
Dylan Blue versus. I'd say it's Dylan Blue. Dylan Blue's got a little bit more depth.
I'm having a little eye twitch. You see that? Yeah, for me, I mean, they're both solid. Like, there's no denying that. I think it's kind of just heads and tails which one you like better. But I think Atlantique just brings a little more to the table with the little bit of like the more aquatic vibe, which I think works great with that fruitiness in the opening. It's good.
Listen, I just got to give shout outs to Hilo King, who said, "Why is the Fragrance Apprentice talking into the Dunhill Icon 350ml bottle?"
Nice. That's what it does.
You guys don't know
that's
that.
actually what it looks like.
You guys buy Dunhill Icon. It doubles as a mic too, so that's why it's worth the money.
That's why it's the only good use for it. It's no use to me as a fragrance, so I just thought I'd use it as a microphone.
Nice.
Brutal. As far as Dylan Blue versus Atlantique, this is tough because I find both of those to be very, very similar. I would use them in the same exact situation. I don't know which one is actually better. I don't know which one I prefer. I think they're both good in their own respective rights. I have no opinion on which one's better.
I think that Versace Dylan Blue's kind of got it, in my opinion.
But I still think both of those are better than Carbon.
Oh yeah, Carbon.
Carbon's
I don't know how Ash. I mean, Ashton
Ashton
loves that one. I don't get it. I think it's got him under like a hex or something like that. I don't even know.
Carbon's weird because it just smells like a hair product.
Yeah, it has a weird vibe.
It is weird. It's like half an Aventus clone, half like
Savage.
half Johnson's No More Tears shampoo. It's weird.
Huh.
It's weird.
We got a question back here. Thoughts on Dua fragrances? I don't know if we've talked about that on live streams yet.
I don't have. Unfortunately, I don't have expensive enough lawyers to comment at this time. Thank you.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Okay.
Once I get a good legal team, then I'll give you an hour-long answer. Thank you.
Wow.
No comment.
Me, I have two right now, and yeah, I can see how practices. Well, I gotta be careful what I say here. Yeah, like just based on this bottle, just based on this, I have an Evening with the Mobster and Caribbean Mojito, regardless of what they do behind the scenes or how they're made or this, that, and the other. I wear them. They get good performance. They get me compliments, and I like the smell of them fairly good. Regardless if they're clones or not, I kind of just have now decided to view them as individual scents, and they're good for that. So I try and kind of avoid and get out of my head all the drama and all that stuff surrounding it. But that's just me. What about you, Timmy?
I'm in the process of hiring lawyers myself, so
my goodness,
I'm not ready either. I don't know. Okay, to be perfectly honest, I think their scents are fine. They're fine, but one thing I just don't like about it is that, like, you know, they're not straight up about it. It said inspired. You know, it said inspired. Why don't you just say, I cloned it? You know, just be straight up about it, and everything will be all right. You don't say inspired, man. We all know it's a clone. Just say it's a clone.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I just don't really like that. And I don't like the fact that they don't have a sample kit. I mean, we can't just buy full bottles all the time. We need to sample the fragrances first. Yeah. And they're cheap in price, yeah, sure. Yeah. But I don't want to buy a bottle every time I want to try something, you know? At least come up with a sample set. Make it accessible for, you know, your customers to try your stuff.
Yeah.
I just think there's a lot of stuff that they could fix, but the smells fine.
I think it's too shady for me, bro.
Too shady.
George, suit, bro, suit.
Say, yeah. I mean, they were big about like a year ago, I would say. I mean, they were blown up.
Right.
A lot of talk.
Right? Here's the thing, and this is something that's very important with these clone companies that go around cloning everything. what the thing that annoys me. Please stop, Tim. The thing that annoys me, right, is when like the thing that always amuses me with these clone companies is that they're all like, "What are you doing? Are you trying to like? Are you trying to just make me stop?"
Oh my
God!
Mango. Who even eats dried mangoes?
Oh jeez, Tim, I'm trying to make a deep and like
Profound
really
statement.
profound statement, like I do all the bloody time, and you found my kryptonite, mate. No, the thing is, right, is that I'm going to be doing a freaking top 10 video, and I'm going to be like, oh yes, and this one reminds me of my childhood when I was 7 years old. My father once taught me, and he's just going to be in the background eating, and I won't be able to finish the video. Anyway, so let me just tell you, the thing that amuses me about these clone companies is how seriously they take themselves, and I love the fact that they don't actually realize that within 9 months to a year they will be completely forgotten about and irrelevant. Like, who even remembers Lomani? Who even remembers? Did anybody buy any new Lomani scents recently? No. Anybody buy any new Insurrection Pures or anything like that? No, because they're a flash in the pan. You know, and that's what I love. Yeah, it's there, but when did you get that? Like 5 years ago or something? Like,
it was a while. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's the thing. My favorite thing about these companies is how seriously they take themselves. You know.
Yeah, we're seeing Timmy just getting like massacred in the comments here for eating. Like it is not funny anymore. Oh my gosh. Is that imagine Sen started cooking?
Start a cooking channel.
It's funny. Well, we'll do one or two more questions, and then we can move on to our next section.
Your subscribers are mean to me, Bradley.
I know. I feel like a lot of my subscribers are your subscribers too. Probably, I want to say.
I know, probably.
Yeah. Well, any other questions? Scroll back through all this duo stuff. You guys got any questions you have found so far? Or
yeah, what's a good office scent for the fall people?
Ooh.
Well, I'd say tell them to get up first and then consider getting a fragrance selection, because it's not called fall, it's called autumn.
Autumn. That was perfect.
Yep. So that in sync. Fall, autumn, whatever. I mean, yeah.
Next thing you know, they call it spring blooming.
Yeah, Hugo Boss Bottle Dude.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Solid.
Hugo Boss Bottle Dude. Yeah.
Oud Wood.
Oud Wood. That's you guys took my two. Damn. A lot of people love this for, I mean, summer, but Loam. I like wearing Loam.
I think Loam was an anytime fragrance, really.
Yeah. Solid.
I've got an actual question, seeing as we're on Bradley's channel.
Yeah.
Why are you called Triple Ink?
Oh my gosh. You are.
This is never going to end, Brad.
All right,
We're
I know.
going to keep asking this question.
Listen. I told some people, right? I said, there's this YouTuber called Triple Ink, and 2 people said, is that a wrestler?
A wrestler? How do you get
name of a wrestler? Triple H.
People ask me, is it like a tattoo channel or something? Because it's like ink, and I'm like, no, it's like incorporated, not ink as in ink.
Yeah.
But yeah. So let's go back to, I think it was like probably February of 2016, last year.
Yeah.
I was actually at work one day, or I've been thinking about making or starting a YouTube channel for a while, and I'm like, this is a stupid idea, but I was just thinking about a name. I kept thinking and thinking and thinking. I had all these ideas, but I didn't like any of them. And it got to the point where I was just so frustrated. I'm like, screw it. I'm just gonna pick 2 random words, shove them together, and whatever that makes, that's what I'm gonna call myself. And I can't remember what it made me think, but for some reason I just like saw something at work. There were 3 of them like all together. I can't remember what it was. So I said triple, okay, triple, and then ink, like incorporated, like kind of like an industry, like a channel, like a business, everything like that. Triple ink, 1 word. Boom, there it was. And then I'm like, once I started that channel, and then I thought a couple times early on changing my name to something else. I'm like, I'm too far in now to change it. So that's the story.
It kind of works.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
So how about Fragrance Apprentice? Who's your master?
Who's your master?
You know something actually. I want to read a comment out, which is a good segue, because Robes, Mark actually did a video where he's talking about the fact that it's been 8 years for him, and it's a thank you video. And I want to say, this is my comment to him. My name derives from the fact that I knew and was fully aware and happy that I was never going to live up to being the fragrance guru. In my mind, that was always you, Mark. Instead, I've always just strived to learn from you and the top guys that were around back in our era, such as Hero, Dan, JP Writer, Dave, Jer. And compared to them, I felt that I would simply be their fragrance apprentice.
Oh, so sweet.
Nice. Touching. That's touching.
Yeah.
So touching.
Yeah. But now
I got to be the master. I could never do that.
Yeah. It's nice because it's also, I like the fact that I'm constantly learning. And I'm always like, whatever, it gives me a bit of a sort of a naivety in the way that I'll never, the journey will never stop. So there we go.
Daniel Gallagher just said bro hug.
Bro
hugs. Bro hugs. Bro hugs.
Yeah, bring it close.
Bro
hugs. Bro hugs in full session. Yeah.
All right.
So
cool.
That's great. But although ironically, I don't know if because even to the guys of that era, I was a little bit of a rebel, really, because I was kind of like going against kind of what they'd done. So it's kind of weird. I'm kind of stuck in transit between that era of people and the newer era. I'm like stuck in the middle of with it, but it's been great. I've loved it. So there we go.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're still a rebel if you ask me, but that's just my opinion.
I don't think I'll ever stop being a rebel in the fragrance community. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Well,
let's do one more. I've been seeing this one asked a couple times. What's a good fragrance for a first date? I think
easy. You cool? I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, not. Yeah, I'm thinking something relatively safe, something seductive, alluring, but unique at the same time, because you want her or him to remember you. I would say, well, I'll let you guys go first to see what you guys want to think.
I would just go in with Secretions Magnifique and just write it out.
That's what I was expecting. Solid.
And if she can cope with that, then she's. You see, you're playing it the wrong way, gents. Playing it the wrong way. You're like, oh well, I've got to make her like me. Wait a minute, I'm gonna wear something pretty mental, and then she is gonna have to, it's gonna be the other way around and figure her out and what she's like.
Or you could wear something so bad that every other time she meets you, anything else you wear, you'll smell better than what you did before.
That's great. These are all solid points.
Yeah, that's if she beats you. That's the good question.
Yeah, and that's why I'm single. And I think honestly,
love life.
I would at the moment. I've got it recently. I've been getting into a lot of like the old school kind of fragrances that I used to kind of love. I would go with Bond No. 9's New Harlem right now in my wardrobe.
Nice.
Or Rochester.
Breakfast. She might want to have you for breakfast or something. All those, coffee and waffles, and that's breakfast in a bottle right there for me, anyway.
Jeez. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. What about you, Timmy?
To be perfectly honest, on first dates, I'd probably wear something like I want it to be something cheap that everyone can go and get. I don't want to wear any niche stuff. They want to like break their wallet. Honestly, on a first date, I wear something maybe even as simple as Agua di Gio. I mean, it's not the most unique. It's not the most unique fragrance. I took your choice, but it is really good though. Like it's really safe and I think it's different enough, I guess, from the original. I still think it's really, really similar, but you can't go wrong with it. They will love it, and it's really, really safe first date fragrance.
I would say very similar. I would go with probably Acqua di Gio Profumo, for a designer, safe, easy, but actually...
Stop copying me, Brad. Thought of it first.
If you wanted to go a little more, impress her a little bit more, there's this fragrance from L'Artisan Parfumeur, which I've recently been testing out a little bit called Saffron Tribulante. That is amazing. Like it's one of the sexiest fragrances I have smelled in a long time. Saffron, I believe rose and vanilla, perfectly done.
So
Tammy's
what is it that you picked?
Huh?
What is it that you picked?
Acqua di Profumo, and then
I don't know where the bottle is, but I've got Acqua di Gio Profumo as well. Why don't we just all go with Acqua di Gio Profumo? Why don't we just right here in unison, Acqua di Gio Profumo? It gets the job done.
It does, no doubt about it.
I don't know where the bottle is.
Yeah.
Forever Fragrance Kid. I knew you were gonna say that. I knew she was gonna go, because I know she loves that fragrance.
It's really good. Like it's so awesome. I'm gonna have to review it here pretty soon.
I don't know, like Profumo isn't unique, but it I think it is in a little weird way. Like, you know what? I have actually got a review planned of it, but shout outs to Giorgio Armani. Shout outs to Giorgio Armani, because they've actually done what a lot of companies have tried to do and failed, which is they've actually made a successor to their original fragrance. You know what I mean? Like Acqua di Gio Profumo ain't just a flanker. It's a successor. It sells more now than Acqua di Gio.
Yep.
Timmy, why don't you just make a YouTube channel called Imagine Meals? And you can just go wild.
Oh my gosh. Imagine Meals.
I was seeing if I can trigger him.
Trigger.
It works.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, let's wrap things up before we have a civil war going on this channel. We cannot have that happen. So let's go with a little sort of not really a game, but just sort of a little sneak peek into our favorites. So I got 5 different types of scents here: spicy, gourmand, citrus, floral, and oud. And we're going through one by one and give our favorites. Actually, you know what? Why not give our favorite and maybe our least favorite from each, if you can do that on the fly.
It's going to be tough to remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's start off with our favorite spicy scents. So spicy, we're talking something cinnamon, cardamom, saffron, any kind of spice you can imagine. What's your favorite and least favorite spicy scent?
Okay, for I think I got this. My favorite all-time spicy scent has to go to the coriander that's in L'air du Désir Marocain.
Ooh.
It's by far one of the best spicy fragrance that I own. Really, it's phenomenal. I love that scent. In terms of my least favorite, that's really tough, because I never thought of a least favorite because I don't own it. I usually, if I smell it, I don't remember the name of it. You know.
True. Yeah. Well,
so I don't know.
We could just do favorites then, because least favorite is kind of hard to do. But if you do have a least favorite, you're more than welcome to comment on that. Because for a couple of these, I know we will. Yeah. All right. What about you, George?
Just replying to Marcus's comment. Marcus, mate, I've got you covered with that request. I'm working on that at the moment. Anyway, so I don't know. The thing that immediately sprang to mind was actually Blue Incense by Comme des Garçons.
Okay.
There's just so much lovely homely spice in that I really like. I don't know. There's just something about that I really enjoy. It's not the most unique in a way, but it just does something to me. It really speaks to me, that one. What else? My least favorite. I don't know. If I'm honest, I'm not the biggest spiciest fan. At one point, it was Spice Bomb.
Wow, you didn't like it at all?
I really hated it. I hated it, but I've grown to like it a bit more.
Wait, watch. Yeah, just put it in your mouth. Boom. Pull the pin. It's over.
It's so good though.
Spice.
Is it?
Is it?
Really
no, actually, I do like it a little bit more. You know, now. But yeah, at one point I just thought that's so pointless. I don't get it. Now I do get it a bit more. I think that the flank is even worse.
The extreme, yeah.
Oh, give me a break.
Yeah. So for me, all right, my favorite spicy, it's probably going to be from Costume National. It's going to be Costume National Homme. That one has cloves in it and grapefruit, actually. But the clove note at first, I was a little iffy about it. But actually, the more I wore it, the cloves are awesome. It has like a slight medicinal vibe, but not to the extent where it's help me out with the name. The only other clove fragrance. Why can I?
You're a man now. Come
God
on.
dang it! No, I got it. It's oh shoot. Clove Musk Ravageur. Damn it.
Oh no! You know, that's a good answer. That's a proper good answer as well.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't have classed Musk Ravageur as. I don't
spicy?
know. It's.
I mean,
it's more like
cloves. Musty, spicy. Yeah, I mean,
it's a weird one. Is Musk Ravageur to classify? Let's see what Fragrance says.
It's got to be spicy, I think.
Oriental.
Oh,
well,
similar. Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Yeah, but I think about Musk Ravageur more about the vanilla than the
dried
yeah.
But for me, yeah, Custom National Homme, great spicy scent. Spice Bomb is another close one that I really enjoy. And as far as ones, again, that I dislike, I haven't tried a whole lot of spicy scents that I don't like. I generally like those kind of spicy, aggressive scents as far as those go. Yeah, but that's definitely my favorite. So that's round one. And guys, let us know in the comments too, for each of these categories, what are your favorites? It'll be really cool to see that. Ivory Root from Daniel Gallagher. Okay, next is going to be favorite gourmands. Timmy, you should have a fun time with this one. I know you're Gourmand Central over there in Vegas.
Gourmand Central. It's Coco Blanc. As you guys all know, it's Coco Blanc. It's just
Coco Blanc.
No. I want to smell like it. I want to be a white chocolate every time I smell it. I don't know. It just smells so good. Have you guys ever seen like a white chocolate fragrance?
Coromandel?
Like think of another. Oh yeah. No, I don't know. It's not that white chocolate heavy to me.
Yeah.
But this one, when you smell it, it's instantly like it's instant white chocolate. You can't mistake it for anything else. So it's really really nice. I think that should be used more. White chocolate really should be used more.
Nice.
Love it. One of my favorite. I just hate that sometimes it doesn't last. Oh, that bottle on me. That's what I hate. But the smell, if you're judging it by the smell alone, it's amazing.
Any gourmand that you like hate, or you like them all?
My least favorite gourmands. I think there's definitely. Oh, there's Uomo, Salvatore Ferragamo.
Okay.
Get out.
George is gonna
opening is good. But after like 10 minutes, it's
don't listen to this man.
Straight
it's pure
sugar.
propaganda.
Pure propaganda.
It's
not.
It's
no,
straight
it's not.
Sugar, man.
I'm not arguing with you, mate. Come on.
It's
fine.
Sugar.
It's fine.
It's great sugar.
It's weird. It's strange sugar. That's actually a no. My favorite one would be
pure diabetes.
Yeah.
I actually got diabetes from Invictus. Just spraying it on.
What?
Anyway,
lightweight over here.
Lightweight.
I had to have an insulin shot. But yeah, I'd say Fev is definitely up there. Spirituous Double Vanille as well is going to be way up there as well. I just love gourmands, a lot. Awesome. I don't know, what would Keist be? That's an interesting thing, because I don't know if Keist's it's not necessarily I don't know what that would be. Let's see what it says. Floral fruity. Okay. Yeah. We'll leave Keist out. If that's not going to be it, you know what? I know exactly what it would be, and it wouldn't be Fev.
Ooh.
It'd be Tobacco Vanille.
Tobacco Vanille. I haven't heard you ever talk about that one though, really, that much.
Yeah, that is still the one that just absolutely gets me. I didn't buy it for a while because I had this weird habit of not buying fragrances that I really, really, really but had already been reviewed to death.
Huh.
Because I kind of like I know Tobacco Vanille so well. Well, here's the issue with Tobacco Vanille. It's quite difficult to wear. It's an impractical fragrance to wear.
Yeah.
But in the sense of the most breathtaking gourmand fragrance ever, I still to this day I've never smelled anything like Tobacco Vanille anywhere else. I don't think anybody can really clone it. I mean, how do you clone that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is difficult to clone.
You asked Dua.
Oh. Yeah. Dang.
Hey, could you take some inspiration from Tobacco Vanille and help me out?
Oh, someone said in the comments, Tobacco Rouge. Yes, Tobacco Rouge. Definitely a better version of Tobacco. My personal
Better
opinion.
version.
Love it. A better version of Tobacco.
I think I got one that can kick Tobacco Vanille's ass all day long, to be honest. Just in terms of performance, I mean, it's gotta be this.
What are you talking about performance?
Have you tried this, dude? Have you tried this, George?
That's a bottle of whiskey. You're being ridiculous.
Seriously, man.
That's really good too. Yeah.
2 days on my hands.
Really?
Yes. I don't know what they put in here. This is I guess, you know, this is like their only fragrance, and they're mainly like a beard, kind of a, you know, beard I forget what we're looking for, pastes and hair gels and stuff like that. And this, they took a shot at this, and I'm not sure, they're from Texas, right? I'm not sure if they had any sort of restrictions of how, you know, strong they could make it, but it's ridiculous. If you classify this as gourmand, honey with the perfect amount of a smoky tobacco, has like red wine in the opening too. Awesome. And if you could also classify Myrrh Imperial as a gourmand, that might be up there too. But yeah, again, I love gourmands. They're so good.
I only just realized, because I'm an ignorant idiotic man, that we've actually got Daniel Gallagher from Gallagher Fragrances, from Gallagher Scents, the actual guy. Shout outs to him.
Yes.
I still haven't been able to try any of your stuff yet, but I really love I really like the look of your stuff. I've been dying to try some of your stuff.
Daniel, thanks for sending me this.
All right, shush. I would love to get a sample or something.
Are we asking for him for samples?
No begging on my channel for samples.
Hey, could you no, but yeah, shout outs to that's a cool guy who's actually on a live stream for Fragrance Nerds. He doesn't have to do that. That's really cool. Thank you. Yep.
Cool. So gourmands and spicy scents out of the way. Let's move on to something maybe a little more my speed. Favorite citrus fragrances. Citrus, I mean, pretty much used in a lot of fragrances, but what's your guys' favorite citrus-dominated scents?
I don't have a lot of citrus, so this is really easy for me. So it's Aqua Amara is my favorite citrus.
Aqua Amara. That's right. Yeah, you do love that one. Wait, is it discontinued or?
I don't know. Jeremy said it's discontinued, so I went
just holding those boxes.
Two backup bottles. But they're so cheap; they don't cost anything, you know.
Yeah.
So I bought two, it didn't hurt me.
Yeah.
How about a least favorite citrus? I mean, it's kind of hard to mess up citrus, but companies have done it before.
My least favorite citrus are ones that are not interesting. That's just not that they smell bad. They're just not interesting.
Boring. Yep.
That's sort of, if I don't like a citrus, that's why.
Yeah. If you're doing citrus, you got to do it high quality, or you got to do it unique, or something like that. Just make it interesting.
It has to smell very natural, or else it just smells bleh.
Yeah. How about you, George? What's your citrus? I knew it. I shouldn't have even asked. Millésime Imperial.
Millie for short.
Millie.
Yeah. Millie. Yeah. Me and Millie. Yeah, it's just Millie. Yeah. Millie is a citrus floral, but it's just now, you know something that's funny, because Martino95 said Nio. The second most impressive one citrus I've ever smelt, where I was like, Jesus Christ, was Kobe by Xerjoff. That was unbelievable. I got to get myself a bottle of that. That was breathtakingly beautiful. Still not a contender to Millie, but definitely a second. And one recently that has blown me away is definitely Armani's Forever Dehiva.
Yeah. That was a solid one. It has like the orangey type of a smell in there.
It's like orange juice. It's like freshly squeezed orange juice. It's like they gave the concept of Vulgari Man Extreme to Jean-Claude Elner. And my least favorite citrus fragrance is Azaro Chrome.
Oh my gosh, I'm taking you off this freaking live stream right now, man. I'm taking you off right now. You are going on mute, sir. Oh my gosh.
After everything I've done for you, Bradley. After everything I've done. No,
you had the nerve to say that on my own channel.
No, I know. No, I know. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, I think. Oh man, get a freaking room.
Okay, I will. Bye.
I don't know. Like, I don't. Probably my least favorite citrus, if I'm honest, are ones that smell of paint thinner, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I like that fragrance.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you, man. Well, for me, citrus is one of my. It's a thing that kind of got me into fragrances. It's my probably my favorite type category. There's something about the uplifting, sparkling nature that citruses can bring, just to brighten up your day. I find it really, really nice. So for me, I discovered that the House Atelier obviously is, I love them so much.
Solid. Yep.
Yes, anything from them. They do citrus like almost nobody else. You go with Bergamot Soleil, Cedrat Enivrant. You go for the lime, for the bergamot, for anything. But I can't. It's hard for me to choose one favorite. I have a lot of really, really good ones that I enjoy. But probably Bergamot Soleil. I go on and nauseum about this pretty much. But it's just my favorite bergamot. My favorite, most bright, uplifting. Whenever I'm having a bad day or something, maybe it's like a rainy day outside, and I just need a shot of uplifting, happy memories all at once. That's the one I go for. It's sunshine in a bottle, pretty much.
It's a shame.
Charlie would take a shot of bergamot every
morning.
My
God, it's Mark. Mark, I was speaking about you just then. Yeah, happy 8 years.
Mark.
Happy 8 years to Mark Robes 08, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, it's funny because citruses are absolutely fantastic and beautiful, but it feels as though you have to kind of it's like a shadowy thing to even like citruses, because the further that you have to hide it, or you're just going to look like a square or something. Because the further you are in the game, people, you do start to enjoy darker and more sort of woodier and intense stuff. And it's it almost is you have to look down on citrus, where it's oh no, I'm higher than this now. I like my strange coffee fragrances that smell like coffee and avalanches and cockroach pus. That's my thing now. Right? I simply can't wear a L'Oreal Sport anymore. But they're still beautiful fragrances. You know what I mean?
There's nothing wrong with smelling fresh, from time to time. Yeah.
Exactly.
I guess I'm a complete square then. I mean, my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm going the opposite direction. I started off heavy, and now I'm
going
leaning
fresh.
Citrus.
Yeah. To be fair, Creed and Zerjoff can bring you back into the citrus kind of game.
Oh yeah.
Know how to
Atelier.
Yeah.
And Atelier's got it. They're kicking butt.
Definitely. So we have 2 categories left. These 2 could go hand in hand. Often do they? A lot of times I mess that up. Anyway, this next one is favorite floral fragrance. So, what's all the nice flowery scents? What's your guys' favorite floral and least favorite floral? Because there are some interesting ones.
Yeah, my favorite floral has to be from Ducida Parfum. It's called Melody de l'Amour. So I'm into white florals. I love them, and that one just smells the most gorgeous. And it comes off feminine, but and it's expensive. But I bought it. That's how much I love it. It's feminine, but it's really, really, really good. If you're into white floral, honey, and you haven't smelled that, you really, I can guarantee you 100% you haven't lived yet. That's such a good, it's a really gorgeous white floral fragrance. I really cannot find any better than that when it comes to white floral composition.
Yeah,
it's so good.
For me, you're bringing me back to one of the first fragrances that I ever promoted and touted about, and it's still the best floral fragrance that I've ever smelled. Go on, Bradley. What is it?
I know what it is. Robert Piguet.
Robert Piguet.
Yeah, Piguet. Yeah,
Petit
yeah,
tuberose and chocolate, absolutely sexy stuff, right? Unbelievable. And shouldn't work. That sounds mental.
Yeah.
Tuberose, which is a very violent and abrasive kind of like floral note, one of the hardest floral notes to work with. Then put that with chocolate. I wore that so much. I wore a ton of that, and it's one of the best night out fragrances ever because you just smell like that's Petit Fracas is exactly how I imagine Prince would smell. Right? It's like that kind of like, I don't know, bombastic, flamboyant fragrance. I love it so much. That's my favorite floral of all time.
Nice.
Yeah.
So for me, you probably classify Violet Leaf as floral. It's one of my favorite accords and notes actually. And Violet Leaf, this one's so underrated. It's Yves Saint Laurent's L'Homme Libre. Just how they use the L'Homme DNA combined with florals. What's so funny over there, man? See, this is what happens now. I like fresh fragrances, and now you guys make fun of me now.
No, I was thinking, man, that's such a Bradley answer. Like it could have. It has to be L'Homme Libre.
Yeah.
Dude, this smells phenomenal.
Vintage Bradley.
I can't get enough of that. Anyhow, Violet Leaf, ozonic notes, a little bit of green transparency in there. Amazing. I rock the heck out of this in the springtime. It's compliment getter, and it just has a nice breezy floral type of a feel to it that still is masculine because a lot of florals, obviously lean feminine, which is fine, but that one's very well done, I think. Yeah.
Hey Tim, I'm gonna start having a bit of this. Do you want some?
Yeah.
Oh, it's my way with.
Yeah.
Yeah, grab it. I'm so sad. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Don't take the full thing, Jesus. Leave some for me.
Greedy. Yeah. All right. Now we got one category left, and this one we gotta do our favorite and least favorite because I already know we're gonna have a favorite and a least favorite for each of these, or for this last one. It is our favorite oud fragrance. Oud. Which is, for any of you guys who don't know, it's kind of Middle Eastern rotting wood, I think, or that's usually where they get it from. Or it's just a type of wood.
If I say royal oud, will my YouTube account be immediately suspended?
Possibly. Quite possibly.
Have negative views somehow.
Negative.
I don't know how you do it, but you're going to have negative views.
Negative.
Man. I have a lot of least favorite oud that just smells way too animalic. I have tons of them actually.
Yeah.
To pick a least favorite, I have to say all those ones.
All of them. All the oud.
But my most favorite oud is Pardon by Massimo. Oud, dark chocolate. Please. It's such a unique fragrance.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely my favorite oud. My least favorite oud, I remember one from the house of Santi Burgess. I don't remember the name exactly, but it smells like it's just a very dirty smelling animalic, those barnyard oud. It smells disgusting. So
vile.
It's vile, dude. Seriously. I don't know how they wear that. Like, and especially in the Middle Eastern too, like that's where they like to wear these type of scents. How? That's hotter than here. I don't get it.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking of just saying Udis Fahan to just like get off the chat. But, no,
I just unsub 500 times.
I think that's all my subscribers gone. No, but like this is like, so I mean, I think that's actually quite an unfair question because there's so many different subcategories of oud. You have the French, you have the Eastern Western connection that I talked about last time, where you have like Francisco Jean, you have Memo, you have all of the way that the West has interpreted oud, and then you have the actual genuine oud stuff. Like I'd say that Ragpa by Lattafa is actually like quite legitimately how they do it. But my personal favorite oud of all time is probably Oud Satin Mood.
Wow.
Oud Satin Mood. That's a great one. Great.
It is. I don't know, man. That is just. it's so weird because it perfectly captures the connection between the East and the West, because it seems familiar, like something that I've smelt before as a Western fragrance, but it also transports me to the Middle East, because it has that sort of darker tone, it has that woodier tone. So I'm thinking to myself, damn, he's nailed it.
My cousin in
And
China called me every
fragrance,
time I sprayed it. They said they can smell it.
So
It's such a hot fragrance.
Wait until you get the X straight on you.
oh,
No, I don't want that. I want
No, you don't. No, I guess that Versace Oud Oriental. No, tobacco oud is interesting.
nah.
It's interesting. And you know what? Shout outs to M7, the first
Yeah,
westernized
course.
oud by Tom Ford. You know, like, thank you, Mr. Ford, for bringing that to our attention. And cheers. I wish you.
Yeah.
I
Come
wish
back.
you wouldn't. I wish you wouldn't have sold out to Estee Lauder.
Yeah. What has happened?
Yeah.
Dang, for me, favorite oud. I'm not, I haven't smelled a whole lot of oud fragrances. It's something that I've been trying to work on. It's definitely a goal of mine. By the end of this year, I want to try at least, 10, 15, 20 ouds. But for me right now, my favorite oud, it's another pretty recent discovery for me. It's going to be a L'Artisan Parfumeur Al Oud. You guys have tried that one, but it's really nice. It has civet in there, I believe, too, which just has, I find it really masculine, actually. It's got sort of a, cinnamony spiciness, a slight kind of a pine note with an underlying oud underneath. It's really, really good from what I've been trying from the sample. And least favorite, we don't even need to talk about it, leather, oud, Dior, blah.
Oh, yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Sickening.
Terrible.
Rubbish, as you would say.
Can I just say, it's Saturn Mood X Straight is on that level.
What?
It's on that level.
Is it on the same barnyard level, or is it like civet in there, or how could they mess it up that bad?
It smells like you have gone to the toilet after 3 Taco Bells.
This guy has a very vivid
Is this like speaking off a personal experience or something, or
when you smell it on the card, you're like, that's all right. When you smell it on the skin, it's not happening.
It's not
happening.
Yeah.
Mark, why do you? I don't understand.
I'm sorry, Mark. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I cannot do it.
I'm sorry, mate. But leather oud, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with that one. We've tried. We've all tried with leather oud, haven't we? We gave it a chance. We invited it into our house.
I never let it into.
You never let it.
I made it.
I did.
I did. No, I'm a kind, altruistic man. I let it in. I made it a cup of tea, and I just thought, I tried, but it just was minty, weird cow rubbish, and I couldn't. I had to kick him out as well.
It started off so nice.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, oud is definitely an interesting one. Very polarizing by a lot of people's standards. It had taken over the fragrance game for a long, for the past couple of years, but maybe we're starting to see a new era sort of come in. We'll see what the next year or two is going to bring. But that about wraps it up for that section. We got a hot or not coming up straight after we maybe answer a couple more questions, and not sure when Manny or Ashton will be joining, if they will still be joining, but we'll give them a little bit more time before we start up our hot or not section. So, if you guys got any questions? We'll take another little round of questions right here.
Yeah.
Questions.
Mark, I hope that you that my comment that you got my comment, because we were talking about how we all got our names earlier, and it's I know that I wanted to say, it's quite mad that Mark's here listening. I just wanted to say that was a very nostalgic video that you did, and sort of touched me a little bit, because I can't believe that it's been 8 years and all that kind of stuff. I'm being silly, I'm sorry, but yeah, it's crazy how this community has gone and evolved and changed. It's bizarre.
Nice.
You know.
Yeah, that was a really cool video, Mark. You've done a lot for the community, definitely, and it was really cool to see you. Congrats on about to push past 10 million and 1,000 videos. That's crazy. I mean, that's awesome work you've been doing over the past eight years.
1,000 videos.
I know.
I can't even imagine.
I can't fathom that.
That's,
Man.
that's a lot of videos.
That's
a lot of camera time. Yeah, props, dude. Props.
Cool.
Yeah. And I actually have a question for Mark, and that is, will we ever get like another like hour-long haul video? Because I used to be addicted to that. No, I used to be addicted to those back in the day. I would spend way too much time. I loved those freaking videos when it was just like just seeing all of these fragrances and all the new stuff. It was mesmerizing.
Those were fun to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, I will never be able to ever get to that level, ever. You know.
Well, we got a question here. What do you guys think is going to be the next popular note for the fragrance game in 2016? Was unboxing myrrh. What? That's one of my favorite notes. I would love that.
Myrrh.
Although actually I wouldn't love that because then everybody would be wearing it and then I wouldn't smell unique anymore.
They're on to you.
I know they're on to me. They knew it. I could see myrrh. I mean, it is sort of like got that Middle Eastern kind of like a three wise men type of a vibe to it, you know. Like
so here's the thing, right? Let me tell you something. This whole video has cost me a brand new high on David. I feel your pain, Mark. Okay, so here's a bit of sort of industry stuff if you two are interested. So oud is because of the Arabian market, and the Arabian market is absolutely gigantic, and they pull in so much money because they have no price point, right? They literally go into a store, they buy everything, and the total could be $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, and not even a bit of sweat will go on their brow.
Insane.
Right? So oud, that's what happened with all of that. Suddenly, they've changed. This year, this season, a lot of the Arabians, a lot of the Middle Easterners who are coming over to England and presumably to America, they don't really care about oud as much. They care about brands. I have had so many people come up to me and say, yes, does Prada have an oud?
So now they're okay.
They want, and now it's kind of cool because you have like, yeah, you have like Versace and all that kind of stuff, and they've already played into that. They've got the, but people are wanting, but the thing that's working onto that is that people are now asking for myrrh, and that's the two correlating things. And of course, the industry is always going to respond to that. I think it's a shame. I think it's a bit cynical, but I think that we're heading to myrrh now.
Oh.
Because it's more spicier than oud. So
you're not unique anymore.
I know. I seriously, I love that note. Like ever since I smelled Habden, which was the first one that really got my nose sort of attuned to myrrh, I just fell in love with it. Just how exotic it is and how rich and mesmerizing almost. That's how the one where I used to describe it. It puts me almost like a head trip, but in a good way. It's so awesome. And I would hate to see designer brand, I mean, you know, like ruin, you know, not really ruin myrrh, but like overuse it. You know, it could become the next tonka bean because they are somewhat similar and add a similar aspect to a fragrance, you know, like a sweet kind of a base that would envelop everything. I wouldn't like that because myrrh is something special to me. It's something unique, and I think it should be used sparingly, but I don't know. That's kind of scary. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people are doing it. Myrrh Imperial by Giorgio Armani. Somebody.
Yes. It's well done.
Giorgio Armani's. Myrrh Imperial is legit. Really, really legit.
Yeah.
It's really good, and even Paco Rabanne's Pure XS has it, and they're trying to go for that market.
Yeah.
They're trying to go for that market at the moment because they know what's going on.
Yeah.
So there we go.
I mean, to be honest, Paco Rabanne, they're pretty crafty over there for what they do. I mean, they sell a lot. They push bottles out. They must know.
If I can just reply to James Cooper, more than you know, it's a bit of a weird accidental thing. in Abu Dhabi and Dubai right now. Oh, cheers, Mark. See you soon, hopefully. So in Abu Dhabi, and Dubai and the Emirates and all of those countries, the summer is insanely hot. So much so that like palm trees and foliage can actually spontaneously combust. That's not even a lie. It can get so hot. So they spend a lot of their summers in cooler climates like the United Kingdom, in France, in Italy, and of course America in certain points. So, and they have money. And they have a lot of money. And the main thing is that they can go in, they can, like this Whittian thing that somebody came in, spent $1,000 on Whittian, 4 bottles.
Wow.
The lady, and she went, "Oh, I like this. I'll have 4 bottles of that." No, those are £250 for 50 ml.
God,
there's no price point. Like money is not a thing. So it's unfortunate. It is a shame, but they influence what is going on in the fragrance world more than anybody even knows, because they have just insane. Like, all right, think of it as a company. Am I going to care about me and Bradley, who like our little citrus thing, who's going to spend 100 ml, spend, I don't know, 60, I don't know what it would be over there. Like
oh God, you guys
100 ml.
Damn.
If I no, right, yeah. We're white, we're Western, we're stupid. We're going to ask for a 30 ml, or like a 50 ml.
That's me. 30 ml all day for me. That is me.
Yeah, 30 ml, which is like, I don't know, $50, $40, something like that. For me, it's like 30, 40 quid. And I'm like umming and ahhing about the 30 ml and the 50 ml, and it's this little citrus Chanel scent. Are they going to really care about us, or are they going to care about the person who's coming in, goes, I want the exclusive, I want this, and I want to smell expensive. Oh, you've got a 500 bottle of perfume for 30 ml. I'll take 5.
Yeah, it's true. I wish it wasn't that way, but
it's a shame, and it's cynical, but that's how it works. So yes, they do heavily influence it. So there we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Any other questions we see? We'll do a few more. You guys got any questions? I'm not seeing much.
Are we doing our hot or not thing?
Yeah. We can do that. Cool. Yeah. So let's start off. Well, sorry. Yeah. Let's go into our hot or not now. So we're gonna be doing it. Normally we talk about fragrances just by themselves, but this time we're gonna be taking a look at just houses in general and our general thoughts. So this is gonna be kind of crazy. Like, this is gonna be hot or not on an entire house, and we gotta be a little careful on what we're doing here, because I'm not sure if anybody from these houses are watching. Probably not, but it's like still Well,
so Gallagher's watching.
Yes, yeah, that's true. And
so
we have Gallagher on the list of houses. No.
Yeah, no, yeah. I tried to feature, for the most part, mainstream houses, and I left off a couple. Like I left off Dior because we talk about them all the time, and I feel like we already know our thoughts about it. So I tried to put in a couple that we don't normally talk about so much. So first house of hot or not is going to be the house of Chanel. So what is this house overall? Everything included, their lace exclusives, their women's, their designer, their men's line. Hot or not for the house of Chanel?
Ooh, George, I'll have you take a stab at this one first.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to say, what he's saying.
I say, if only Manny were here, he would like this one.
Oh yeah, shout outs to Coco Chanel. Did she die? Anyway, it's a hot from me. It's an absolutely hot. I mean, they have released classic after classic after classic. They're doing the correct business thing, which is to just try and take a break whilst everything's kicking off with Aventus and Sauvage. They might be coming back strong, and they might be hotter than ever. So it's an absolute hot, and you got to respect them, because Allure Homme Sport was the Aventus of the 2000s.
Say that, George. It sounds like you know something that you're not telling us about Chanel.
Listen, I don't know anything apart from the fact that they are trying to get a new men's fragrance out. They're trying to get an original men's fragrance out.
You heard it here, guys, exclusively on Team Top 5 live stream.
Right.
Exclusive.
And exclusive. And you know what? From what I've heard, I think they're going to try and go in for the kill.
Whoa.
I think that they want to reclaim what they had with Allure Homme Sport and Bleu de Chanel. I think that they're going to try and go for something that's going to pretend. Now, here's what they're waiting for. Here's what everybody's waiting for: Viking.
Yep. The game is on hold right now until Viking.
If Viking is a massive hit like Aventus, fair enough. We probably won't see another Chanel for another year for like 5 years. Yeah. But if Viking bombs, then Chanel are going to go, oh, we're still here, bam, and then who knows?
Interesting theory. We'll have to see how that plays out over the next couple months here. Very going to be interesting, some stuff. How about you, Timmy? What do you think about Chanel, hot or not?
I agree with George. It's a hot because they just really release a classic after a classic, and their fragrances, although some smells have been made a long time ago, they still can be used today. Like let's say Bleu Chanel, I think is always going to be relevant no matter what era it is. You can always wear Bleu Chanel. You can always wear Allure Homme Sport. I say it's still pretty good in some countries that don't really wear them, like Thailand. You know, there's a lot more countries to wear fragrances than in the US. So it's not just because it's popular in the US and Europe doesn't mean that it's not popular anywhere else. Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme is a really nice addition to it too. I love it. Edition Blanche is a game changer in the Gourmand game, the Summer Gourmand, and no one does that. Chanel number 5, obviously, no introduction for that one.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't really like from them is the exclusive line. I don't find them all that impressive.
Yeah, no, I don't get it.
I do like Sycamore and Coromandel are two of my favorites from them. Other than that, I find them a little whack. But like Chanel Gabrielle is a great smell, disappointing performance. It lasts really 3 hours. I tested it. It was very disappointing performance. It's pretty much a stay-at-home indoor scent. You really cannot wear it outside.
Is that an eau de toilette and eau de parfum?
I forgot. I think probably eau de parfum.
Okay. The only thing that is causing problems is, and I've seen this on the chat. Yeah, the reformulations are a problem. Allure Homme is one of the worst reformulations that's ever happened to any fragrance ever. To the point where if they should have just discontinued it.
Another one I think is really good. Not afraid for my taste. I don't really like it myself, but I know it has a huge cult following. That's Egoise and Platinum Egoise. Yeah, those two are really good too. I find them unique too, but I just don't like it for my own personal taste. But Chanel definitely, every time they release something, well, not every time, most of the time they release something is a big hit. So
yeah, it is.
So hot for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pretty much. You can go ahead, George. Yeah.
No. I'm just finishing on the point, which is I'm looking forward to their new thing, and I would like to see them actually try and go for it.
Yeah.
Try and come back in a big way, because Dior did it with Sauvage, even though I don't like it. But they did it. They did it. Yeah. I don't like it. Wouldn't wear it. Wouldn't buy it. But they did it. They'll do it.
Let's just bought the Cool Spray, bro.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, the Cool Spray is actually in real life the best thing that Christian Dior's ever made. Confirmed.
Bradley banned
now.
Bro,
yeah. That's funny. Cool. Yeah, guys, I'm just gonna echo everything you guys pretty much just said with Chanel. I mean, they're consistent. They don't really put out a whole lot of bad things, to be honest. There is issues with their whole eau de toilettes switching over to eau de parfum phase, but in the women's line game, they're absolute staples. With Coco Chanel, Chanel number 5, number 9. Listen, go on and on. They have the women's game. Yes, yep. And for the men's line too, they're very wearable, practical scents that sell a lot. A lot of guys wear them for a good reason. They're they're just really a solid house. They're lazy exclusives again. Not really to compare to Dior private line or Tom Ford or anything like that, but they're not like that bad. And overall, I think they're gonna get it hot. With their heritage and their just how they do everything. I like how they're set up. I like how they do things. I just wish that they would put out a couple more fragrances here and there. I feel like they're kind of making us wait a little bit too long, and they could be capitalizing more if they were to release a little bit more. So that's just my thoughts, but definitely a hot for me. There's no way I couldn't give Chanel a not. So it's going to be a big hot for me right there.
Yep.
So is that three in a row? Three hots from us. I'm imagining Manny would probably say hot, and I would hope Ashton would say hot too. I'm thinking, but that's with that. Cool. Next house, the house of Amouage. They, where are they from again? Aren't they from somewhere Middle Eastern? Right.
Oman.
Oman. That's right. Yep. And they have been kind of blowing up in the community, at least over the past 5 or 6 years. A lot of press, a lot of attention for their fragrances. So what are your guys' thoughts on hot or not for the house of Amouage?
Which one? Should I go first or Tim?
I'll get a stab first. I think the House of Amouage, I think they're a nice house, but their newer releases have been like lackluster, at least in my opinion. I tried all the new releases. I just don't think any of them are that good. The only ones I really like from them are, Reflection Man, of course, that one. Jubilation 25 is okay. Yeah. I can see why a lot of people would like it. I don't like it personally, just for my taste, but I see why people would like it. Journeyman is okay. Other than that, I don't really like too many of them. But the newer releases I find are even worse.
It is true.
I don't know. They've been whacking on the.
I thought Beach Hut. So that's a new one coming out, right?
Yeah, that's a new one. I was serious.
What kind of name? I thought you were joking, man.
No. It's actually.
Who would name a fragrance Beach Hut? What are they doing? What are they doing?
Beach Hut Man.
Oh my gosh, that's a good joke. All right, what do you think about it, George?
I mean, that's actually really difficult because, like, I really respect them a lot because, I mean, they can be a bit in the respect they'll do something and then somebody else will do something. What they'll do is they'll put an idea out, and it might be absolutely mental, but then other fragrance houses will copy what they've done. Or be influenced by it and then make it better, right? If that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, they'll do something and it'll be so outrageous, won't make any sense, and they'll be like, whatever. And then another house will be like, oh, right, well, I get what you mean, but do you mean like this? And they'll translate what Amouage do, and it'll be a big hit and be a bestseller, So, like, I think I really respect that Amouage are really, like, trendsetters. And they are the ones who break the boundaries and do some really crazy stuff, man. Really crazy stuff. But that's the issue. Do I give them a hot because they're trendsetters and because they are mad and they're very artistic? Or do I give them a not because, sure, all of that's fine. I can't wear like 70% of their stuff.
Yeah. Yep. There you go.
So, I could just leave it as my answer, but if you want to push it, I'm gonna give them a hot out of respect for how different and how mental and how avant-garde they are.
Yeah,
it's what we have that we may have that in common in a sense. So
I can definitely see that part of it. The big thing for me is going to be the wearability factor. I think that's the utilitarian purpose of a fragrance at the end of the day, is to be worn and to, I think, smell good. You do have the artistic sense, but for me, like, again, just like you were saying, George, a lot of their fragrances just aren't that practical to wear. I mean, most of their scents are pretty much fall, winter, nighttime. I mean, and they all smell pretty similar. A lot of people get on them for having the same base all throughout their fragrances, just with other stuff sprinkled on top. And I can kind of see that it's got that frankincense. It has the smokiness in the base of pretty much almost all of them have. With the few exceptions, I like Interlude Man. I like Reflection Man a lot as well. But to me, those are, I mean, they have so many other ones that just smell very similar to me, and they don't do a whole lot.
Like 2 or 3 of them just smell like Tuscan leather with a load of random notes thrown onto it.
And it's kind of, and it's just makes me think, what were they really trying to do with that? It's a tough one for me, but for me, I'm going to go not, just because I feel like I can't freaking wear half of the stuff that they have, at least. And
at least half, yeah.
And it's like, I can't give them a hot just because I can't wear their stuff. It's not that practical for me. So unfortunately, I'm not And I know Mark is gone, so
he
wasn't the biggest fan of Jubilation 25. I know he loves that one. But
I love Jubilation 25, and I like Lyric, and I like Interlude sometimes. I love Reflection. Reflection's fantastic.
Yeah.
But Reflection Man is the only fragrance that smells as though they actually had an idea. Like a full I don't mean that, just like a full idea of like, okay, we're gonna make this. Whereas Lyric or Interlude is like, here's some soot and we'll throw it in there and we'll see what happens.
I mean, it almost feels like some of the other ones are unfinished scents. You know, it's they feel like they're missing almost something, like there's an extra element. So a little bit of a rough going here for Amouage, but I think we had some, you know, good things to say about it. Next, it's going to be the designer house of Gucci. Gucci, they've been sort of all over the place with their fragrances.
George, you Gucci?
Yeah. So this will be an interesting one because Gucci, they don't have a whole lot, to be honest, and they have some gems by a lot of people's accounts, and they have some ones that people hate. So what are your guys' thoughts on Gucci, if it's hot or not?
Hang on.
Yeah.
This isn't even on, is it? Is this on? Can you hear that?
Yeah,
I can hear it.
I can hear
Right,
it.
okay. Thank God. I wasn't joking. I don't know if it was this or the micro. Gone.
Yep.
Oh, is it me? Is it me?
Anybody? Yeah.
No.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Not a fan.
No. Just no.
You're not Gucci.
No. No, and please make it stop. Please make the suffering end. That's all I have to say.
Wow. Wow. So I'm taking it you're a huge fan then, of course.
Yeah. Listen, I know Forever Fragrant Kid. But Tom Ford was there, right? And he was doing his little thing, and he was great. And then he left, and they went, I tell you what, seeing as Tom Ford's gone, why don't we just as a company have a massive lobotomy and just like forget how to make anything and just put sandalwood and the most synthetic patchouli ever created known to man into all of our fragrances and keep releasing it year after year, year after year, year after year, like freaking Groundhog Day of fragrances. Fucking Phil Connors waking up every single day to that same bastarding song, but instead it's a synthetic patchouli note.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, we've got Gucci Red. It's patchouli, but it's got cinnamon in it. Fuck off, Gucci.
Oh, damn.
Cover your ears, kids. I mean, I know we have some 13-year-olds.
Adult Swim has officially begun.
It's a no from me.
Okay. Well, in risk of my channel being taken down, how about you go next, Timmy?
That's such a chat. House of Gucci. I gotta be
age
honest,
restricted.
I wasn't around when Gucci Perone was still hot, you know?
Yeah.
I think me and you, we share the same story where like we got into the game once all those were already gone.
Yeah.
So my thoughts on Gucci's are based off the Gucci Intense, the Gucci Guilty line, and you know, Gucci those lines. So not gonna lie, I wore Gucci Guilty Black 3 years ago. When I was like, I wasn't into fragrances. I just had like a small collection of like 7 to 8 bottles. I wore that. It was great. People love it. You know, like I thought it was just a great college boy scent. Wasn't bad. But now that I found like more fragrances, I'm actually a fragrance fanatic now. I find it to be a little lackluster. Not gonna lie. But just really lackluster. But for the common nose, for the common people, it works. You know, it sells. It works. You know, just for us, it's just not our taste.
I don't know.
But,
I mean, I think that there's so much more stuff that's just like normal casual stuff that could completely
definitely
like Prada L'Homme.
Yeah, definitely. That's very true. But I'm not saying they don't work. They do work. Yeah, it's just that there's other stuff too, but they do work. I'm still gonna give it a nod because they need to release something more creative. I like Gucci Perone too. I'm not gonna say duh to feed into Manny.
Yeah.
It's Gucci Perone 2, bro. We're in America. No, we're in the North America. Come on.
Yeah, come on. That's funny. Yeah. So I mean, for me, I feel like Gucci's been pretty much all over the map. They've had some success. They've had a lot of not success, I guess you want to call it that. But yeah, you know, myself and Timmy, I guess we've come to the game kind of late. We don't know about these really good Gucci scents. Tom Ford was still there. All we have really to I was introduced to Gucci from Gucci Guilty and all of its many flankers. And George, you're right on the head. They love patchouli. I mean, and that's patchouli with citrus and a little bit of floral, and there's boring. Even when I wasn't in the fragrances, I remember smelling that pretty early on. It was just like, it just wasn't for me. It just was so boring and bland to my nose and had no depth. And but yet, they'll do something like Gucci Pour Homme too, which is probably my favorite from the house. And then, Gucci Intense Oud. So it's like, are they purposely trying to mess with us? I mean, I don't really know what their deal is, but by and large, if I'm looking at everything, I'm going to say probably a not, just because the Gucci Guilty probably was a moneymaker for them, but it's like so ridiculous how far they went with that. And to be honest, I don't really have a huge palette of, they're pretty limited. They have the Gucci Pour Homme sort of series. They have the Gucci Guilty and a couple other things here and there, like their Gucci Sport. And that's pretty much it. They don't really have a huge sample size. And I feel like what they have is, again, a little bit lackluster for the competition that's out there. I'm expecting more from Gucci. They want to be on Dior's level. They want to be on Chanel's level with other things. Why not step up your fragrance game? That's what I'm saying. So
my friend, definitely agree with that. I actually just remember something. My friend, when they smelled Gucci Guilty Black from my room, like when I was back in college, like my friend, he was like, "Damn, bro, this is a smash fragrance." This is for smashing. I'm like, okay, dude. Okay, well,
that's terrible. Yeah,
I could see it though.
Yeah.
All right, so Gucci did not fare too well with us, I don't think. Next, let's see if it'll brighten things up with the House of Creed. I know we talked a lot about Creed on our channel, but I had to put it in this list just to really quickly give our full thoughts on Creed, just as a house, as a brand in general. What do we think about Creed, guys? Hot or not?
I really don't like
George.
them. No, they're absolute. No, I love them. I am the biggest Creed fanboy ever. I am a disgusting Creed fanboy. Disgusting Creed fanboy. Right? I would. I don't know. I'd love to have posters of Erwin and Olivier. I freaking love all of them. I was actually thinking of going one time. Halloween.
Them, like, can you adopt me?
Yeah. Can you adopt me? No, listen. I was actually thinking one time of going at Halloween as Ezio Auditore and Erwin Creed. Do you get it? Like try and do a match. Anyway, I'm. Let's forget I said that. And no, I love them. They are the most consistent smash of a fragrance house. They have created some of my favorite fragrances of all time: Melissa Imperial, Vetiver. Even the fragrances that I don't really like. All right. In fact, I will say this. I'm going to say this statement right now. The worst fragrance that Creed has ever made is still a masterpiece.
How so?
Right. If you look at all the Creed fragrances, they're still like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. My least favorite fragrance from Creed would probably be like maybe, I don't know, a Rolfer or something. I'm not really a big fan of a Rolfer. I'm not really but to me, a Rolfer is still a masterpiece. You know what I mean? Like, even their weakest fragrances can still be considered masterpieces.
Yeah.
They know exactly what they're doing. They're completely on it. They have devoted their lives to it. I love them. And you know what? Aventus gets all of this shtick and all of the stuff that they talk about. But, Aventus is what it is. It's not their fault that it's become so successful. They didn't even know it was going to become that successful.
Yeah.
But yeah, masterpiece after masterpiece after masterpiece. Apart from Original Santal, which is a disgusting clone. But we're not going to talk about that. It's a fiery nuclear hot.
Wow. Don't burn yourself.
No.
Spray some Arofa on you, cool you off.
Yeah, cool you off real quick.
Even like Green Irish Tweed, I'm not the biggest fan of Green Irish Tweed, but it's still a masterpiece. How do you figure that?
All right. For Creed it's a hot. I can't lie. If I'm gonna go with a fresh fragrance, that's niche.
Yeah.
This is Creed.
Pretty much.
Really nothing else to say about it. They're doing fresh fragrances, and they're only really trying to do fresh fragrances because they know that's what they do well. And I like that. I like that they're not trying to deviate and do something that's off their, their style.
Yeah.
So I like the house. I think it's hot. There's a lot of good ones in there. There are some that I don't like. Like I don't think original Vetiver and original Santal are that great. I feel like they're I don't know. I would Mugler Cologne and
Yeah.
Mont Blanc. So I don't think those two are all that great. Green Irish Tweed, I get why people like it, but I don't like it. I don't know. It smells weird to me. I know Bradley's like
I was smelling this earlier. I'm like, this has brought me back to pure spring right here. Like I was just smelling, I was like, damn, that's good.
Yeah, I never liked that. Like I smelled Davidoff Cool Water first. I never liked that DNA to begin with. I think that's why. When I smelled Green Irish Tweed, I was like, I don't like the DNA. It's just not my taste. So DNA.
Yeah.
But it's a definite hot for me. Think of another niche house that does fresh better than Creed. It's tough.
If you dare say Atelier, I will never speak to you again.
I was thinking about it.
I was like, Atelier. If Atelier does Aventus, it's probably better than Aventus.
Yeah. I can see it. I knew better. I knew better than that.
God.
So right, Creed. Creed is good. Creed is good. They are at the top of the niche game basically right now. Pretty much untouchable. They have put out a lot of really great scents. Again, you could almost say masterpiece after masterpiece. There are a few that I'm not the biggest fan of, but at the end of the day, the quality speaks for itself. Like every single one has quality. There's no denying that. And yeah, it's just gonna be hot for me, pretty plain and simple. I mean, we've all talked about Creed on this channel a lot. It's pretty much inescapable. Whenever you're a frag header in the fragrance community, you're going to talk about Creed. You're going to smell. You're going to wear Creed. It's just one of those things, It's like
it's the easiest house to recommend to people. Just getting into niche.
Yeah, it's like one of those Geico commercials or whatever. It's like it's just what you do or something like that. I don't know if you guys have seen those. You wear Creed. It's just what you do.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be hot for me. Hot all the way around town. So we're coming up now in our 5th house. This is a designer house. It's going to be the house of Dolce & Gabbana from Italy, I believe. And
Dolce & Gabbana.
Yes. What are you guys' thoughts on D&G? Hot or not?
I'll go first.
Shitstorm.
Lazy.
Lazy.
They're a lazy house.
Lazy.
Yeah, like I don't know. I really like. I do like the one for all of the 10 minutes that it's there. But even light blue, I like light blue as well. I actually, weirdly, and this sounds bizarre, I actually prefer the female light blue.
A lot of people do.
Always preferred the female light blue, so they're fine. They've got like a private line, haven't they, these days, or something?
The velvet line, yeah.
Velvet line.
This right here.
Nobody's really done. But yeah, like I really like Pour Homme was what it was, and I really like the female, the one. Actually, I do like that one. I'd love that on a woman, but they just don't. It's like they're just not bothered. Like, you've got just a slew of flankers that nothing really happens with them. The D&G anthology was bland as hell. Yeah. So I like him. I do like him, but it's a not.
They just don't blow you away, right? There's nothing really to write home about or anything.
Yeah.
Nice. What do you think, Timmy? D&G is getting you all hot over there? No?
Sweating, dude.
Sweating.
But Dolce & Gabbana, I gotta say one good thing about them. They do their intense version well. Yeah. They say intense, and they all are the intense. Nothing changed really about the actual fragrance. It's more intense. Like what everyone wants. They deliver that the best house that does that.
Yeah.
The one Eau de Parfum, light blue for men and women.
Yeah.
Great. Like I like those fragrances, but I do see where George is coming from. Where like when has they ever released something that's actually really new, and that's another hit? It's been a while. And they haven't really done anything in a while. It's just been like, oh, people like this one, let's make it stronger for them. And it works. It works, you know. It's not that it doesn't work. It works. People want that, and you know, it gets received well. But they don't. I don't think they're so focused on their fragrances. More, I think they're more focused on like clothing.
Yeah.
You know? They just try to keep their fragrance game. Their fragrance game is already very strong. Light Blue, bestseller. The one very good seller, you know. So like they don't feel like they need to move anywhere probably for a while.
Like the one for about 2 or 3 years, that was massive, like absolutely massive in the UK. But it 2 years, that's great for a fragrance, you know.
No, it's still going strong here in America too. Yeah. So like I don't think they feel the pressure to move anywhere. So for that, I'm still gonna give it a hot, just because I don't think they're too focused on it. I mean, I would give them a nod if they release something, if they keep releasing bad stuff, but they haven't released anything bad, in my personal opinion, in a while.
Not necessarily bad.
There's just been there's nothing new, but their fragrances smell great. You know, I can't really knock them. I like the one. I like Light Blue, and I can't think of a fragrance that I absolutely hate from the house, so I can't give them a nod. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I will say too, very safe house, and they do very much fly under the radar. They're almost that second tier below Dior, below Chanel, Tom Ford with their fragrance game. It's like they purposely want to be a little bit under the radar, so then maybe they can come up and surprise people when they release something new. Because you're right, they haven't really done any new fragrances for a long time. It's just been flanker after flanker after flanker. Their Velvet line is decent. I've tried a couple of them. Definitely not worth like the MSRP at all. But overall, I'm gonna give them a warm, not a hot.
A warm. There's no warm.
Like a lukewarm, you know. I mean, again, just like you were saying, they don't really put on anything that I don't like. The only thing I don't like is Intenso.
Intenso.
Intenso is strange to me. But other than that, I mean, they're pretty solid, and they do sell. A lot of people like them. I really like Light Blue and the one, so I guess I'll give them a hot, but it's not like on the same level that Chanel was or Creed or anything like that.
I was gonna say that my next answer is one Ice Cube Code.
Nice. Yep. So we're now on to I think we're halfway through with hot or not. This next one's gonna be Polo, or the House of Ralph Lauren Polo. They don't really get a whole lot of talk about these days. So what do you guys think about it?
For a good reason.
Oh gosh, let the massacre begin.
I'm gonna go first since George is gonna get over his headache really quick. So it's a not for me. I went so I gave the brand the chance, right? I went and I told myself that day that I'm gonna smell all the Polo fragrances and just give them another chance. I don't like any of them.
Wow.
I don't. Like I think some of them were like okay, all right, but like none of them stood out to me as being like, wow, I need this. None of them do that. So I'm like, man, definite not for me.
Damn. All right, George, lay it on him.
Listen, I'm not going to. I mean, that is shooting ducks in a barrel.
Oh no.
That is. That's not even fair. I shame on you for even putting them down, because like, you know what I mean? Like, I could just crush them like the bugs that they are, but I will choose not to.
Damn.
Out of
these UK people, man.
Savage roof.
It's not. Listen, I will be kind and merciful, and they're nothing.
They're nothing.
They're literally nothing, and stick to just putting horses on polo shirts. It's a no.
Dang. Dismantled. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to put it a little bit more nicely, should I say? You know, I feel like, George, you're putting it very nicely for what you could have said.
Yeah.
So yeah, Polo, I mean, they're just a dated house to me, man. Like, they were big back when I was in like middle school, and they haven't really, I feel like they haven't grown up. You know, as I've grown up and matured and my nose has matured, they still say that same juvenile, dated stuff. You know, whenever I smell them, I just think of Polo Green and just synthetic scents. Every single one that I've tried is synthetic to me almost. There is one that I do really, really, really like, and that's Supreme Leather. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Everything else is just a kind of a gimmick, kind of a just made this to sell stuff to teenagers who are going into a Macy's for the first time looking for like their first fragrance, and they, you know, see all these adverts about Polo and everything, so they'll probably pick it up. But you know, they're just not really for me. I feel like a lot of other frag heads feel the same way.
I like their clothing though. I dig their clothing a lot. I'd wear it, and especially like you're into your golf. I can imagine that could be quite appealing.
Yes, yep, yeah. They've Polo's definitely good for that. So again, another strikeout. They're going to join Gucci. They need to take a couple notes from Dior and Chanel and Creed, and maybe do something different with their fragrances. Cool. So next up, everybody's favorite clone house, the House of Parfums de Marly. They've been doing some work in the community. They really blew up again over the past couple years. And what do you guys feel about this supposed clone house, as Manny would always put it? What do you guys feel about PDM?
Love, hot,
love, yes,
lava, Hawaii. They're really good. I don't. Manny always says it's a clone house.
I know.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Let's smack that. I'm kidding. But Parfum de Marly is hot, dude. Although some fragrances are clones, I have to really do agree. But they do it better than the originals. You know, they're not just like, oh, a clone it's exactly the same. No, they do it better. Like Orgeon, I think, is a better, more thick and rich version of Amber Narguilé. So it's better than Amber Narguilé. Pegasus is better than Hypnotic Poison, in my personal opinion. You know, Harriet is really, really good. And although people say that, oh, it's like a clone of Tuscan Leather, I guess I get the similarities.
Harriet.
But there's not. It's not
or Tobacco Vanille or whatever. Yeah.
Tobacco Vanille, yeah. And the Godolphin is Tuscan Leather, but they have their differences too. You know. I don't know. I love the brand. Leighton is really good. I don't know. The new Delina for women is good too. I know you reviewed that. It's really good.
Bottle is just gorgeous. Oh,
it is. It's so gorgeous. Miriora is good too. The women's line is very, very underrated.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just hot all over. The only one I don't really like from them, from the men's side that I've tried, probably has to be Galloway. Is my least favorite.
Yeah. So the citrus.
Yeah, other than Galloway, it's really good. Nice. Hot.
Herod really reminds me of Frapan 1270. I don't know if you two know this.
1270. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's really similar, but a lot better project. I mean, they are shout outs to them. Sorry, I mean shout outs to them. God, do it in Manny's voice.
Yeah,
they're like the pinup. The pinup celebrity of all smaller clone houses. You know what I mean? Like they must look like a god to them because you know they have.
They do it right. Yeah,
they've made it. They've made it. What every clone, like you know, Duo wants to be. Can we say that? Do we have a legal team? Duo want to be what Parfums de Marly are. I really respect him. But ethically, as somebody who really enjoys this as an art, I'm just going to have to do it out of just on my moral compass as a not. Because I do not agree with how... I mean, I have massive respect for them, the fact that they can do that. But just me as somebody who strives to... I can't, like, preach about, you know, the originality of Slumber House and... I don't know, Sebastian and all of these other crazy brands that I love on my indie house. Renier, the guy with the paintings. Yeah. I can't look at all of that, say that these guys are doing it, they're smashing it, and then say with a straight face that a clone company is hot.
The thing is, they don't only do clones though. They have like some original releases that are great too.
I don't know.
Like I say, Hopped On is great.
I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting marketing plan. I respect him a lot, But do I feel as though I have to go like any of them on my list? Do I have to go out and buy a what's it called? No. Herod's fine, but for pan 1270, I'd just go by that. It's cheaper, and I like for pan 12. I prefer it. But
Okay,
You see it.
I'm gonna say not on a creative standpoint.
All right, I can definitely respect that. Yeah. For me, they are my house for. They're my go-to house for darker fragrances. I feel like they have a really nice selection of fall, winter scents, and that are actually wearable. And pretty much every single one that I've tried, I've really, really enjoyed. Everything from Godolphin, Habden, I love. Herod is awesome. Eau de Joie. The list just goes on and on. Their bottles, their presentations are amazing, and just like I think Forever Fragrant Kid was saying, it's like a clone house on steroids. All of them have just like great performance too, which I really
definitely, yeah.
And you can find them for pretty decent prices. Their MSRP is a little up there, but I like that they have the 2.5s and the 4.2, and their women's line is great. You can find them for pretty decent prices on some discount websites.
Hey Timmy, we're streaming at the moment. Do you know?
What, you guys don't see anything? There's no food.
Yeah. Is that a 5-course meal that you've got that you're unwrapping right
He's on
now?
dessert right now. Oh my god.
Yeah. I've got to say to everybody in the chat and anybody who's watching, if you like Herod by Parfums de Marly, I would sincerely suggest that you go and get your nose on Frapan 1270. It's about $110 for 100 ml. It's bloody brilliant, and it's a lot cheaper than Parfums de Marly, and it's very, very similar. Very similar.
Does it perform though? That's the question. I've heard people have...
The performance is problematic though.
Yeah, problematic.
Okay, yeah,
but
that is the thing.
For me, Parfums de Marly, it's gonna be a big hot, one of my favorite niche houses that I've discovered so far. And even if they are, somewhat of a clone house, and they do use similar DNA from a lot of other fragrances, I feel as though they have their own little touch that they put into it that just sets it over the top for me. And some of them are some of my absolute favorites. So, yeah. Hashtag Team USA. Dang. Am I a part of this? What?
Yeah, we're Team USA.
God.
Oh man.
Team USA. Shots over there. Okay. Well,
I need Mr. Smelly on here, quick.
Yeah. Smelly. Get your.
We should actually invite him on sometime. That'd be kind of
funny.
That'd
be legit.
Yeah. Yep. We could invite so many people on here. Like, that'd be awesome. All right. Next house, we got 3 of them left. It's gonna be the House of Hermes, French house Hermes. Equestrian is kind of like their theme. So, a whole lot of talk in the community, but there's some pretty good talk about Hermes. So, what do you guys think about this? Hot or not?
Should I go? Can I go?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh man, I think that they're beautiful and breathtaking.
Yes.
I don't know, like they're just so legit, and I love the fact I have so much respect for them because they've really given Jean-Claude Eleanor just what he wants. You know what I mean? Like they've given him as much as they possibly can, so he can fulfill out his mission in life by creating every orange-based fragrance ever made. Because that's his whole deal. Like, just like that's his weird thing. Like he just wants to recreate oranges.
How many different ways can I do this orange?
I don't know. Like that's it. That's the whole concept of Hermes. Anjad and Sunil.
Yes.
Hermes. Tour de Hermes. And you know something? My latest. I found this out recently, and oh my goodness, it's the spring list. I've already got this on my spring list for next year. Eau de Merveille.
Oh, the amber?
No, the original Eau de Merveille. Oh my god! I've only discovered that. I discovered that in the summer. Oh my god, Eau de Merveille. I smelt it on a female colleague, and I went, "What the hell is that?" And she went, "Oh, it's Eau de Merveille." And then it's a woman's fragrance, but I sprayed it on myself. I didn't care. And oh my god, it's amazing. And so yeah, it's a complete hot, brilliant brilliant house. Brilliant house.
Wow.
Yeah, love them.
Nice. And what about you, Timmy? What do you think about Hermes?
It's like my least favorite house.
Really?
Yeah, they are.
Dang.
Because I'm tough on citrus, as everyone knows. And I don't know. I gave them all. I gave them all a go. I seriously did. I went to the Hermes store a bunch of times just to
Nothing from
trying to see if
Hermes? You didn't like anything?
only the there was that vanilla one. Vanilla one.
Oh yeah.
Ombre Nugget and the
Yeah.
Vanilla Galant. Those are the only two that I like from them, and they're both like gourmandy. So
George.
that's why.
Gourmand lovers, right? I don't understand them.
Yeah.
I think that Hermes, right? I think no. This is what I think. Hermes, if you're gonna like them, you're gonna like all of them. If you're not gonna like them, you're not gonna
Yeah.
like all of them.
I feel that way too. Like it's his style. I just don't like his style, I guess. So I don't like a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow.
not for me, simply because I just don't like the style of the house.
Fair enough.
Dang.
Can totally see
Well,
that.
for me, Jean-Claude Elna, one of my favorite parfumeurs ever.
Yeah.
I really, really respect his work and what he does. And
Can we get a shout out to him, please?
yes, shout out to J to the C to the E. Big shout out to you.
Thank you.
Keep doing your thing. Yeah, but just so many just great scents. Even though their portfolio, I mean, if you take away from the Hermescence line and you just have their designer line, it's kind of limited in a couple things. You know, they have a pretty good selection, but for the most part, they are fresher scents, which is already on my alley, which I like. But just how he puts his own little touch on pretty much everything. He has this beautiful way of making this translucency to these notes, and you can almost, it's like all of them are like stained glass, you know, like windows that you can see through. They're very beautiful, and they're very kind of elegant and flowing, and the light can pass through them, and they change constantly. That's really cool. I don't know. Really awesome stuff.
That's the best Hermes description ever.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Man.
Just kind of came out. I don't know. Like
He
I just
secretly works for Hermes. We know this.
I do.
Oh my god.
I have my horses.
Can we send that to Jean-Claude?
Yeah.
We'll get you a job.
Make it a job, dude.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah. At the end of the day, they're hot for me. They're actually probably one of at least the first three to four houses that I discovered with Terre de Hermes originally, and then I just was all downhill from there.
Yeah.
I fell more and more in love with his work. So hot for me. Yep.
Okay.
Next, it's gonna be the House of Le Labo. Now, this one was a little bit of a shot in the dark because it's not as popular as some of these other ones that we've been mentioning. But I thought I might as well throw it in here because we haven't really talked about them too much. So, what are guys' thoughts on?
I'm going to disqualify myself because I have not. No, I don't know. I have not been able to sample and just wear enough of those. They're quite hard to get.
Okay.
They're quite hard to get over here. So I'm going to qualify myself.
All right.
That's fair. Labo for me, there's definite good ones. There's definite weird ones.
Yeah.
I like a few, but I don't know. I just never found them to be. Well, I never found a lot of them to be worth the price.
Yeah, big time.
Just to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Their best seller, Santal 33, smells like CH Man Sport.
Mm-hmm.
Just the sandalwood and vetiver. Like I smell them side by side. I'm like, man, it's just a niche version of CH Man Sport.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Thé Noir. I think Thé Noir is one of the best ones.
Yeah.
Like black tea. I think that's unique. That's worth the money to me. And Bergamot 22 is a really nice Bergamot too.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I would give them a not because I usually buy a lot of niche fragrances. Then the fact that I don't own a single Le Labo, just the fact that I don't own a single Le Labo or never been really interested in buying any Le Labo, I can't say they're hot. I have to say they're not.
Yeah. All right. Looks like Manny just said can't make it because of traffic. So looks like we'll be 3 unless Ashton decides to join us too. That's just a little side note. But Le Labo for me, man, I tried all of them out in the Nordstrom's when I went one time, and literally I don't think I liked a single one except for Bergamot 22 for some reason.
Mhm.
I don't know what it was, but they just have this weird kind of a thing that runs through all of them. Maybe if it was on the maybe if the ones that they had that were bad or something, but I just didn't like them. They all to me sort of smelled like the oud one that they had there, and then like the poivre. They all had this stinkiness to it. I don't know what it was, but for me, it's definitely a not. And when they're trying to charge that price tag, I just can't do it. I mean, there's so many better things that are, you know, below that price tag that are still niche, that are still really good, that I would much rather pay than go the Le Labo route. So for me, it's a not. If you haven't tried them yet, I would say give them a shot, I guess. I mean, chances are, again, if you're going to like one, you're probably going to like them all because they have a kind of a similar thread through most of them. But yeah, for me, it's unfortunately going to be a not. So let's move on to our last house, and then we'll do some live question and answers. So you guys can start filing in those questions right now if you want to. So we'll have a little bit to go off of as soon as we get into it. But our last house is the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian. And what do you guys think about this parfumer and his work in the niche game, hot or not?
In his own house, right? In
yes,
his own house.
yeah, own house,
yeah. Tim, you want to go first?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
It's a not. They release so many fragrances.
Yeah.
And it seems like they're like, you know, just throwing darts into a dark and hopefully it hits sometimes. No. There are definitely good ones. When he does hit a spot, it's definitely really good. Like I say, Oud Satin Mousse is really good. Baccarat Rouge is a hit for a lot of people, you know, but not a lot of them are like that. You can there's a lot of that I don't know that never really gets talked about because a lot of them are just kind of mediocre to me for that price, you know, for the price tag. They don't smell like the price tag.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely say a not, just because I only like just maybe 2 of them that I can think off the top of my head. The other ones just never really stood out to me.
Yeah.
To be worth the money. So not that they smell bad, they just don't smell worth the money to me. So I have to say a not.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna say a not as well. And the thing is, I mean, I do like MFK. I like Oud Satin Mousse. I like Baccarat, and I've even got Aqua Universalis Fort. Like, I really like his stuff, but how do I put it? There's no real hits apart from Baccarat and Oud Satin Mousse, and there isn't really anything like. I like that it's personal and it's small and then it's intimate, and that's nice. And it is like an artist just crafting his work. I find some of his work really self-indulgent though. Like, I find it really to the point where I'm like, there isn't really anything here. It's just like minimal. Well, I like my minimal stuff, but there's just nothing that can like make you just want to get it. You know what I mean? Like, for me, there's only been 3, and one of them I do have the for summer the Aqua Universalis Fort, but it's not like hot, is it? You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, I got to have this stuff. I got to talk about Francis Kurkdjian. It's definitely its own thing, and I like it, but there's nothing visceral about his stuff. If you know what I mean. I don't know. That just sounds like a ramble. Did that make any sense?
It did. Like, to me, and you know, the house, the fragrances to me feel like someone you would want to date but not marry, if that makes sense. You know, you want to kind of see what they're all about, but not be committed to.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Tinder.
Like, Tinder, basically, in a nutshell. Yeah. Like, again, they don't really have any huge hits, and to me, they all smell pretty similar. Powderiness is the one thing that kind of comes through all of them to me. I don't know if that's just me, but I get a powdery, slightly floral vibe from a lot of them. They're all very, you know, for the most part, very light, except for a few. But there's just, I don't know, they have a certain, like, a strange powdery, sterile quality to them, to me, that, I mean, I smelled a lot of them when I went up into DC about a week ago, and I I wasn't really impressed. I wasn't blown away by very many of them. My favorite would be 540 easily, but other than that, they don't really have any huge hits. And I do kind of see what you mean, George, by kind of self-indulgent. Like he was more making these for himself and hoping that, or maybe not even caring that other people like them.
Which I respect.
Yeah.
But when you put in £195 price tag on
yes, then we start to notice. And when you do so many of them, he's so many cents. Their bottles are gorgeous again, but I would not pay full retail for that, unfortunately. And it was funny because I went up I think this was back in January or something, and like the sales assistants were pushing MFK on me nonstop. And I'm like, look, I like this, but it's not really for me. I'm like, oh no, just try this one, try this one. I smelled like every single one.
It's like, please buy them.
I know, right?
No one else buys them.
Yeah, it must be. I don't know. But for me, it's going to be a not, unfortunately. It's not like they're horrible or anything, but just nothing that makes me want to marry that scent or get a bottle of it, if you will. So, unfortunately, no. Okay. And on that note, we'll wrap up the hot or not for this installation. And now we will take some questions and answers for about 45 minutes or so. And then we can wrap it up, or we can do less or more, however we're all feeling for that.
Well, so. Yeah, I'm fine. Well, I'm fine, but
let's take a couple rounds of questions. I think is that good? Couple rounds, 3 rounds of questions. Yeah,
just a couple rounds, and we'll be good.
Couple rounds. Who wants to go first? Pick a question. George.
Yeah.
You should pick a question, bro.
Oh man.
You don't want to keep people waiting. It's not good.
Duetto Parfums. Duetto Parfums. Yeah.
Thumbs up. Got my bottle.
Yep.
Silver.
Hey.
Hey, there it is.
Let me get mine.
Uh-oh. Silver brothers coming here. A duo of Duetto, if you will.
Got a golden boy.
Golden boy, pretty much. Pretty much.
I best not spray this, or it might have create a portal like.
Yeah, right. That was a really cool editing. Yeah.
Oh man, that's still a barge trip to me.
Still,
every time. Yeah, I freaking love that so much.
You get elemi out of that, I believe that's how you say it. It's that wood, like I get a lot of that in there. I don't know if that's the note, but like that woody resinous kind of a scent underneath it. It's hard to describe.
I know, man. That is such a freaking masterpiece. It's unbelievable.
It's nice.
I wish they'd release something again. They haven't released anything in. Yeah, I know. Emrah, yeah, I'm feeling it, mate. I wish they'd freaking release something Duetto. Like, I don't know. They should. They've got an audience now. People like them. Who is the frag reviewer you find less amusing the most, and most you constantly go to for reference? The Fragrance Apprentice tripling Imagined Scents. I don't know. I don't think that's a fair. I wouldn't ever say anybody like. I don't know. Like some people, like Steven from Red Lessons. He isn't necessarily amusing, but that's not what he does.
Yeah.
But he's engaged for different reasons. I don't think you don't have to be funny to be a fragrance reviewer.
I can see that. Yeah, loaded question right there.
No, I think
definite loaded question.
Yeah. Well, I just started reading it. I didn't know. No, I can't answer that because I don't think that's fair. It doesn't matter whether you're funny or you're not. We like cracking jokes, but there's plenty of reviewers who aren't necessarily funny, but they're just so engaging and so brilliant and intelligent that you just get into it anyway. The one that I most go for reference, as in like, I don't know, like people who I'm inspired by or anything like that. I don't know. Come on, guys, cut the right. Sorry, I'm rambling. I'm tired. Anyway, people I watch for reference. I don't. I actually get a lot of influence with my style off of like stand-up comedians and films and music. Actually, that's what mainly sort of inspires kind of like the style of what I do these days. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm knackered.
Personally, I watch since being it's weird. Like I think we all watch reviewers for different reasons. Like I know that I watch other reviewers for entertainment.
Yeah.
I don't really watch them for any real knowledge, simply because fragrances you need to really test them yourself.
Yeah.
It's the only way.
To know what it is. No matter, like, I love Steven. If I want to dig deep into what notes are there, this and that, I go to Steven. But even listening to him, I still don't, just like, I don't like take all his words to be solidified in my mind. I have to smell the fragrance myself. So I watch a lot of fragrance reviewers for entertainment purposes. So I like to watch those who edit really well, have some really cool animations, because I love seeing those. They're fun to watch. If I want to go analytical route, there's always people to watch analytical, but mainly I watch for entertainment purposes. So really can't answer that question all too good. Let's skip this question, guys. Let's move on.
Okay.
I saw one a little while ago. What niche/indie lines are you most excited about? And I have two. Slumber House is one of them, and Imaginary Authors is the second one. Very excited to start trying some of those ones out. Those are my two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it, Tim. I'm trying to find the name of mine.
Man, I haven't dabbled into indie fragrances lately. The house that I'm really excited to try again is, I guess I have to say, Slumber House too. I've tried them before. I liked a lot of them, but I want to revisit them. I don't have a sample of them. I definitely have to get them for sure. So that's one of them.
You're way behind.
Way behind. It's
way behind. Already got full bottle of that.
My address is in the description.
You shouldn't put that out on the internet. I am so excited to get into Angelina Champagne.
Champagne?
No, Champagne now. Their bottles are so creepy. I love it. And I'm looking at one of them's called Air. Fog of dusk, freshly cut grass, smoke. That's it. That's the description. And I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, boy, give me some of that. That I'll hang on. Let me copy and paste this here. But look at their bottle. They're like there's something from a Tim Burton film.
What are they called again? Angelina.
Yeah, I actually tried to contact them saying, the Fragrance Apprentice, do you want to don't reply. They didn't reply.
Dang.
But I kind of respect that. I contacted Josh Lobb from Slumber House, and he didn't reply. And not only that, but he's such a gangster. He actually put on his site I tell you this.
You told me this. Yeah.
He says all the emails will be read, but not necessarily replied to. And I was like, you freaking gangster, man.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that.
That friend, Angela. Oh,
yeah. I am well excited to get into them.
I remember that. I haven't tried it, but it's on my list. Damn. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, of course. Hey, anytime, man.
Oh, wow.
Renier as well, the guy with the paintings. Totally wanting to get more into him. And
I want to try more Dior fragrances, because I don't think I've tried enough Dior fragrances.
Yeah, and I'm really into this indie house. It's called Lacoste. I'm really excited for it.
I mean, just hidden gem, just all.
There's no one talking.
Their creative vision is so vivid. Yeah.
Right. Cool. Guys, have any other questions? Let's see.
Okay, this is a nice one. What other YouTube channels do you watch that are not fragrance reviewers?
They're not fragrance reviewers.
Bradley, go first.
Shoot. Okay, I got three. One of them is Casey Neistat. I watch a lot of his vlogs. They're very
knew it.
Yeah, obviously. Another one could be for my golf channels. I watch a lot of could be Mark Crossfield or Rick Shields. They're both over in the UK. They got like huge golf channels, and I have a golf channel too, but I haven't put out a video on it in about 2-something months. But I will be having a comeback on that pretty soon. But those were I get my inspiration a little bit for that. And last one, honestly, I just not really a channel, but I just watch a lot of actually no, probably H3 Ethan. You guys watching to him? Yeah, he's hilarious and it's so funny. Just cracks me up. So those would probably be the three that I watch.
I honestly I don't know if this is a good thing to say these days. I love PewDiePie.
Yeah, PewDiePie.
I
Yeah,
absolutely love
Funny.
PewDiePie. No, you know, obviously he was in controversy, but it was terrible. It was all out of context, stuff like that. But I love PewDiePie. I actually lived quite near him when I was in Brighton.
Mm.
When he puts out videos, Vsauce.
Yeah, Vsauce. Yeah.
Yeah, really into Vsauce. And I'm trying to think of something like I'm cultured, but I watch a lot of memes like
Yes.
Grande.
Yes.
Grande, I freaking love him. Yeah, a lot of memesters. I watch a lot. Too many memes.
Like,
Memes, yeah.
I don't know if it's just me, but you guys are probably the same way. I feel like sometimes on YouTube I can just spend literally hours just clicking on suggested videos, next video, or just like diving into someone's channel and just going crazy, just binge watching everything. I don't know.
Anybody remember Wheezy Waiter? Did anybody watch Wheezy Waiter back in the day?
I don't think so.
Tell me in the comments. Oh, he was great. He was good. I'm trying to look here.
I think I didn't answer mine, did I? Oh yeah.
No, go on. Yeah, go on, Tim.
Well, yeah. I also watch Casey Neistat.
Yeah,
great vlogger. I like to watch a lot of vlogs. I don't know what for video editing purposes. I like to just kind of, you know, how do you do that? Reverse engineer how to do different shots.
Yeah.
Just to teach myself. I know you do that too. I know it's just fun. It's a learning experience for me. I watch Casey Neistat foremost. I watch Logan Paul. I think his edits are very fast paced. They're just really fast paced, and it keeps the attention of the audience really well. I want to learn more on how to do that.
Oh man.
Not Jake Paul. I watched
Logan Paul. Okay.
not Jake Paul. Jake Paul's weird though. Other than that,
oh god.
Other than those two, I watch a lot of chess channels, like chess, because I like to play chess. It's like my favorite pastime game. So I watch a lot of chess channels, like 3 or 4 or 5 of them. I don't have a favorite. I just watch all of them. So vlogs and chess is what I watch mainly.
Nice.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. And there was another one I was going to say really quickly, but I've completely. I've been getting a lot into Super Deluxe. Has anybody seen that Alex Jones video where they make it into a folk indie song? Anybody seen that? That's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Yeah, so the channel Super Deluxe, I think, is quite a weird and wacky channel. Anyway, but that's my arty snobby YouTube channel. Anyway, go on.
But what are the best fragrance bottle designs, or what's your best fragrance bottle design? I have 2. I don't own either of them, but one of them is House of Oud, which they have that marble looking thing on top that just looks so crazy. It almost to me looks like one of those eggs, those really fancy, expensive decorative eggs that you would find that are just covered in jewels. That's what they look like to me. That's really beautiful bottle design. And the other one is I can't remember the name, but it has the gold flakes in them. I can't pronounce it. It's the one that has a 24 karat gold inside the bottle, and it's in the box, and it's, I don't know the name, but I really love that bottle design too.
I really just love Durham Intense. I think it's still the best bottle design I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, that just is like.
Yeah.
You mean Valentino Intense?
Tim, we're gonna have to have a talk.
A chat.
Like my freaking Dear Paco Rabanne video. No, I think Durham Intense. I like the Angel Men bottles a lot. And what else? I don't know. I always still have a soft spot for Sean John Unforgivable, because it's the most try-hard bloody fragrance design I've ever seen. It's so stupid and ridiculous, but I have like a weird soft spot for it because it's just like over the top.
Yeah.
And Marc Jacobs designs as well. Shout out to Marc Jacobs there.
There you go. Fill in for Manny.
Fill in
Yeah,
the Manny.
I could just do it. So yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we gotta do that. How about in honor of Manny, we all dab as we leave? That has to be
Okay.
No, I could just be Manny right now. Oh yeah, so Mark Jacobs, he's my fucking gangster, man. He's my gangster. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, right, Manny. Calm down.
JPG bottle.
JPG bottles, classic though, isn't it?
Yeah. What about you, Timmy? What are your favorite bottles?
Zara.
Favorite?
Oh, I was gonna say.
Hold on, I actually have my favorite bottles. Hold on.
Oh.
Let me just say that the Azaro bottle, wanted bottle design is absolutely perfect because whenever I smell it, I do.
When we're talking bottles, we're talking presentations, right?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Just presentations?
Yep.
Oh boy.
See what you got.
This is really beautiful.
That was what I was talking about. What's the name of that?
Ramon Molfusar's Art and Gold Perfume.
Yes, Ramon. Yeah. The 24 karat. Yep.
Yeah. It actually sprays gold, dude. I don't know. It's a little. This is annoying.
Doesn't it have oud in it too, right? Isn't it like an oud scent?
It's an oud scent, but it's more of a warm, very warm, delicious gourmand. Caramel. Get a lot of caramel. Yeah. Very sensual. I like it. I like it a lot. It surprised me how much I ended up liking it.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Well, that pretty much put us to shame over here. I don't have any gold bottles. The closest gold I have is that, but that's not even real gold. So, all right. Any more questions? We'll do probably one more round.
Yeah.
About fragrances you think are overrated or not as good, but everyone else loves? Aventus.
Overrated, not as good, but everyone else loves.
Yes. That's already my answer, bro. You already know.
Hey, have I ever mentioned your
GIT?
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, it could be Aventus or Sauvage for me, to be honest. Like, I don't. They're good, but they're not.
I'm just gonna go out and I'm going to probably commit career suicide and say I really cannot stand Green Irish Tweed.
Wow.
Cannot stand it. I don't get it. Never got it.
Wow.
I got the best response on the group share for that comment.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Really?
I'm sorry. I don't like. It's still fantastic and brilliant and amazing.
It's just not for you.
I get why people would like it. I really get why people would like it, but I've never liked it. I've worn it several times, and I've given it a go, but I just don't get it. That's probably because of age, because that was such a hit that everybody copied it, and it's now like the same smell as laundry detergent. Not because it smells like laundry detergent. Laundry detergent smells like Green Irish Tweed.
Okay.
Because Green Irish Tweed came out before laundry detergent.
No, but like but a lot of fragrances in everyday life, like laundry detergent, soap, hand wash, all that kind of stuff, is based off of the formula and the DNA of Green Irish Tweed. So it's because it was so massive. So I think that GIT is fine, but it's become so plagiarized and so copied that it doesn't really do it for me. But luckily, Creed have done other things that I really like.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, why don't you guys each get one more question and then we can wrap it up?
Definitely. Let's see.
All right, guys, we need some second questions. All you viewers, all 29 of you at the moment.
Yeah, 29.
Let's get some question.
Oh, 30 now. Kicking off.
Hey.
That's what I'm on.
Whose phone is that?
Is that Manny?
Yeah.
It's not my phone, guys. It's not my phone. I'm just gonna hide this.
Wait, you have Android too? Hey.
Yeah, Samsung. Hey. George probably uses Motorola.
Motorola.
Mate, I don't even. I think my phone's Steam powered. think it's
Steam powered.
Yeah, it's really old. Not very big with that technology these kids have today. What's your favorite
What
food?
is your favorite food?
Ooh. Hey, I'm kind of hungry now as it is anyway.
Lasagna, bro.
Lasagna?
Lasagna.
Okay.
I have
Timmy,
lasagna every day.
Timmy's is anything within like reach.
Anything within reach.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be in reach. I'll walk.
Yeah.
I finished like this while we were on the live stream. I finished this chocolate, and I almost finished this box of cookies.
Golly.
Yeah.
For me, it's not really, let's say, a food, but more like a meal. We got this place pretty close to where I live. I go to it pretty frequently. It's called Almond's Barbecue Pit, and man, they had the best like pulled minced like a pulled pork sandwich I've ever had. They got barbecue sauce on there, crinkle cut fries on the side. You got really nice cornbread, just delicious and warm, fresh out of the oven. Macaroni and cheese to die for. Green beans. Like I go full out whenever I go there. It's awesome, and I can't like so good. I love a good barbecue, so that's definitely me.
I really love Italian food. I love making Italian food.
Yep.
I'm really partial to spaghetti carbonara. That's something I really love making.
We have to do a team top 5 like meetup in person sometime.
Yeah, we have to.
Like with George as the cook.
Yeah.
No, I love cooking. Really
I'll bring dessert.
You'll bring all the munchies.
I'll bring my stomach, and that's about it.
Okay, well, cheers for that, Brad.
Yeah.
We need a lot of oranges and bergamot. So
I'll bring.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, you bring dessert. You bring that, and I'll bring judgment. Yeah, like I don't know, carbonara is good. I don't know. I can't think anymore. I've given up.
Sleep sounds good to you, probably.
Yeah, the meal of sleep is fantastic. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
One more question, probably. I think that will do it.
I like this one. I like these more personal questions. I don't know why. I feel like we talk about fragrances for 2-3 hours now.
Yeah.
This is a little more personal. Let's answer this one. What music do you listen to?
Ooh.
All right.
All right, I'll go first. I'm all over the place. Like, what music? The better question is, what music don't I listen to be honest.
Okay.
Bradley listens to Screamo
Yeah.
for bed.
Well, yeah.
Help him sleep.
Screamo, maybe not. Like, I do love alternative. Probably 2 of my favorite bands would be Arctic Monkeys and Cage the Elephant. Those 2 are up there a lot. I do like a lot of rap. It's like very motivational kind of a music, just gets me up. I listen to a lot of Drake. I listen to a lot of Big Sean and rappers. I can go a little bit more EDM, like electronic, almost vaporwave type of thing, or I could go jazz as well. I listen to some smooth jazz, especially like French jazz. Just really is really like beautiful and sings to me. And country, not the biggest fan of, but I do like bluegrass for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but I'm pretty much all over the place. So those are my favorites, I would say. Yeah.
I'm really weirdly specific.
I'm a buried girl.
Right.
I like
I'm just picking on George today. I'm sorry, guys.
It's ridiculous. What I have to work with here. Yeah, I really like people have noticed that I really like Boards of Canada, if anybody knows who they are. But it's like really alternative, analog-y electronic music. Yeah, I like a lot by Warp Records, and I like my French electro house scene, like Daft Punk, like DJ Mede, that I featured in the Better review. So yeah,
I like that song too. That you played. That was kind of catchy.
Yeah. No, that is a legit tune. I put the description of what it is, but yeah. So Boards of Canada, I absolutely adore Machine Drum, and apparently I look like him, which isn't great because he's quite overweight. But like, I actually one time on my IRL Facebook, I put a picture of Machine Drum on my profile picture, and everybody commented thinking it was me.
Really? Dang.
Right.
Doppelganger right there.
Yeah, that's actually. So in the end, I did a photo where I modeled myself after him to take the mic. But yeah, so Machine Drum Boards of Canada. Who else? Do I like Aphex Twin? If anyone knows who that is, and I can't really think right now. I used to like Skrillex back in the day.
Oh yeah.
But cooler heads prevailed. Bonobo, and does everybody know who Pogo is?
Ooh, sounds familiar.
On YouTube.
Oh,
he releases like films and stuff like that. Yeah, I love him.
Nice. So that kind of is going to wrap things up, I think, for our question and answer. Thank you guys for answering, or not just asking all these great questions, and especially these questions that we don't normally get to talk about outside of fragrances. It was kind of cool to see that type of aspects. But I think we were all kind of tired here, but we had a great time, definitely. Even though it was the three of us, I think we still had some very good times. And talked a lot about that. Thanks, guys, for coming on my channel. Timmy, thanks for coming on. And same with you, George. You're probably pretty tired over there, so I'm going to let you get your beauty sleep.
Hey, absolutely.
And yeah, like I said, I'm going to leave all the links to everything that you need to know about these guys' channel in the comment section down below. The whole goal of this live stream is to sort of connect and network with everybody else and just make friends with other people's friends and everything like that. So, that pretty much wraps up this live stream. Again, thanks all for all the support, ongoing support, and we're going to keep on continuing to do these, and maybe we'll start to switch things up a little bit. Maybe we'll have our own Team Top 5 channel and all these sorts of things. We'll see where this takes us. So thanks as always, guys. Let's do a little dab for Manny since he couldn't make it to exit. Boom. We'll see you guys next time later. Peace out. Thanks.
Peace. Bye.